a minute. It's the, say what? The Reg Room. We here. It's the Reg Room. Yes, sir. We are back. The home team is in the MFing building, baby. That's right, man. The Honeycomb Hideout, a.k.a. the Sweatshop, is alive and popping again. I can't believe it. We survived another week, fellas. Last week with the trending topics was woo. I think that's a hit. We got to do that again.
Yeah, we got to keep that on.
We got to keep that going. But you know what? We got to do a whole episode today. Brand new hot material on episode 25.
Quarter piece.
The quarter piece.
Yes, sir.
The Mamba plus one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yo, man. Hey, what's going on?
The Mark McGuire.
The Mark McGuire? Okay. If you know anything else, anybody else who wears the number 25, go ahead and put it in the comments, man. Like, share, and subscribe. You already know what time it is, man. It's the home team right here for the Rec Room podcast, man. And I am excited. We are back again. What's the day? I don't even know what day it is. It's Tuesday?
It's Wednesday.
None of us know what day it is.
It's a day.
It's a day.
Whatever day it is, we gonna get the work done. But you know what time it is, man. It's the Rec Room podcast. It's the homies all right here, right now. Sports, trending topics, life, and more. I mean, that's what we're gonna do today, man. So we might as well go ahead and get it started like we always do, man. We got my boy T Sweat, also known as T Sweat, but you can call him T Sweat.
T Sweat.
All right, man. We got my man Jay on the MIC. Jay, what the dude that was good?
Man, we missed a lot of number 25s.
We did?
Yeah.
There's some good ones. All right, we tell me the 25s when we come back in a second. Then we got my man, you know what I'm saying, Coach Joe, a.k.a. Mac O'Miller, a.k.a. Mackin' on your main lady. Coach Joe, what's happening?
Sir, what's happening, man?
Yeah.
All right, y'all already know me, man. It's your boy K-Wit, a.k.a. your mama's number one draft pick, a.k.a. Hustle Westbrook. I actually bought some chicken. I left it defrosting in the sink. Please make sure to put that away. Because we're gonna cook that this week.
Just like the Simpson intro, like
yeah, we gonna make some chicken wings this weekend. Man. I'll let your mom know. She said it's okay. Don't worry about that. Man, so you know what I'm talking about, man. It's the Rec Room Sports Podcast, man. Make sure you like, share, subscribe.
all that.
Put that stuff in the comments, man. Make sure you paying attention. Make sure you're keeping up with the home team. And Jay, we said we on 25. Who else did you discover were the number 25 to go with our 25th episode today, brother?
I'm gonna start with Richard Sherman.
With
Sherm, that was that's the one.
Legion of Boom Sherm too, the real Sherm.
Big Sherm.
Mm-hmm. Both of them.
Ricky Henderson at one time wore 25.
Okay. Shouts out to Big Ricky. You know everybody knows about that. I that's one that slipped my mind.
Barry Bonds.
It's some sluggers, right? Sluggers with 25.
And you know about Barry Bonds, don't you?
Yeah. we not gonna repeat
check out the shorts
check
on
out
YouTube.
the shorts on YouTube.
Hey, check out the Twitter, man. We going crazy on Twitter right now.
It just popped in my head.
Now you know, right? You know,
we going crazy on Twitter, man. Y'all need to follow that.
You know what happens when you stand at Barry Bonds and you on the mound, okay? we already know that one. We ain't gonna refresh it, man. But look, dog, I think we got a lot to cover today. So much has gone on, and you know, speaking of baseball, we're gonna cover a big, huge signing. And I'm hurt too. We're gonna put that on the back end, but we might as well go ahead and jump right into it, man. College football is going down in a major way. Hey, Coach Joe, I got a question for you, man.
What's happening?
All right, so two major rappers from New York have something in common with the Heisman Trophy. Which two rappers and what am I talking about?
Oh, that's a random question.
I know. It's hard. It's two parts.
Have something in common. Two rappers?
Two rappers from New York and the Heisman Trophy.
All right, quick. Give me a hint. These current rappers, these
Kango hat. Kango old rappers. Kango hat.
DMC.
No, not Run.
Guys? Okay.
A Kango hat and Puff Daddy. That's just your two hints.
Kango hat and Puff Daddy.
Two hints. Two separate rappers. You give up?
I give up, man.
Notorious B.I.G. and LL Cool J both have a song called "Going Back to Cali," just like the Heisman Trophy.
Okay.
All right, y'all didn't know that was coming. We didn't know we was coming with that one.
Random, I like that though.
Okay, but big shouts out to the winner of the Heisman Trophy. They present the Heisman Trophy each year to college football's number one player, and 9 times out of 10, it's a quarterback. And once again, it was a quarterback. They gave it up to Caleb Williams out of USC. That's right, the transfer straight to USC. Went with his coach. First year in California, blossomed. Took the program by storm.
His numbers was crazy.
Took the Pac-10 by storm. I'm talking about. Hold on, let's look at it real quick. So we got 2,031 yards. Okay, 544 on the ground. I mean, like, it's ridiculous, but I mean,
he threw for over 4,000. He threw for over 4,000.
No, my bad. I'm looking at the votes. 2,031 votes. That's still a lot of votes, though.
Man.
First place votes.
Yeah, he killed the competition.
I mean, and the point is,
was better than everybody else by far.
By far.
Okay.
And I mean, you know what I'm saying?
My boy C.J. Stroud was nominated, but yeah, his numbers.
I was just about to say, you still got to give a shout out to Max Duggan. Still got to give a shout out to C.J. Stroud.
Mm-hmm.
Still got to give a shout out to Stetson Bennett. You know what I'm saying? Me and Stetson Bennett about the same age.
I ain't even gonna lie.
Cool.
I ain't hating on Stetson. But Hendon Hooker deserved to be there too. At least they could have had Hendon Hooker. I know he got hurt, but Hendon Hooker with numbers was crazy.
Hendon Hooker was fifth in the voting.
They could have invited him there.
You know what I'm saying? Also, we got your boy. You know what I'm saying? CJ was out there, of course. Also finishing in the top 10 was Bryce Young from Alabama. We got Blake Corum from Michigan. Michael Penix Jr. from Washington, and Bijan Robinson, the only non-quarterback in the top 10 from Texas. You know what I'm saying? So it was a star-studded event. You know how they do every year, of course, like the Heisman voting and the Heisman watch pretty much start like the third or fourth week.
Yeah.
And ever since that started, Caleb was at somewhere at least in the top 5 the entire time. And to see like his progress go from where he was, you know what I'm saying, with his coach the year prior to, and then everybody transferred, brand new system, you know what I'm saying, brand new stadium, brand new teammates. To see them kind of gel together, man, I think that was kind of dope.
In a new division, you know, kudos to Lincoln Riley.
Yeah,
it's becoming the Lincoln Riley quarterback trophy. I mean, in the last 5 years, he's had 3 Heisman winners.
Oh, wow.
At Oklahoma, you know, Kyler Murray won it.
Right.
Baker Mayfield won it.
And
now he went to USC, and now Caleb Williams won it. And before Caleb Williams was even a starter at Oklahoma last year, Spencer Rattler was the early Heisman candidate.
We can't forget about Spencer Rattler, man.
When he was the initial starter in Oklahoma. So it seems like Lincoln Riley is going to be snatching up elite quarterback talent because basically, if you're his starting quarterback, you're going to potentially be a Heisman favorite and gonna be a first round draft pick more than likely.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I think that's big.
His system is really, really special when it comes to making sure that quarterback.
And I was gonna put that out there too, Coach Joe. You know what I'm saying? Thinking about the number of Heisman candidates and Heisman winners he's had over the past few years. Like you said, Baker Mayfield. We're gonna talk more about him. We're gonna talk more about him later on in the show as well.
Number one draft pick.
Kyler, you know what I'm saying, number 1 draft pick. Spencer Rattler goes on to USC, still does really well. It took like half the season for him to to show out, but he did do
big signature wins.
You know, big signature
over
wins.
Tennessee, over Clemson.
Right. And then now we're looking at Caleb Williams. I mean, is it the coaching? Is it the program? Like what would you kind of put that on, Joe?
I think it's a system. He definitely utilizes dual threat quarterbacks. It seems like if you're not dual threat, you're not going to be a starting quarterback. You got to be able to get it done with your feet and your hand and your arm talent.
Right.
And each and every one of his starting quarterbacks has that in their arsenal. Mm-hmm. I also think he just surrounds them with playmakers, specifically great wide receivers. So like at the same time that Kyler was doing numbers and winning Heisman, he was throwing it to Hollywood Brown, another first round draft pick. Baker Mayfield, he had weapons galore around him. And then Caleb Williams, he has Addison as his wide receiver who transferred from Pittsburgh, who led the nation in receiving yards last year.
Right.
He was a big play threat, and he had weapons all around him. So I also think the quarterback tends to run a lot in his system. So they have good running backs, but the running back kind of takes a back seat to the quarterback when it comes to getting the rushing yards.
Right.
So and it just adds up to the quarterback numbers looking godly and getting invited to be a Heisman.
Very video game like is what somebody I heard describe it as when you watch Caleb Williams play. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, we can't give enough credit to Lincoln Riley. Like you said, that system is producing quarterback after quarterback.
Another thing, they don't play. His teams don't play defense, so they got to score a bunch of points to win. I
see the USC team gelling to play better defense towards the end of the season. But at the very beginning of the season, it was pretty much just get down there.
They let Utah run through them.
Yeah, Utah did that. Utah did
Lincoln,
that.
if you focus on building that defense, man, you might be a
mean,
college football playoff caliber team.
I mean,
the offense is there. Just
the
get
offense
defense
is
right.
there. I was just about to say. Also can't forget about the rest of the night, because when they present the Heisman Trophy, they go through a litany of awards, all of them to the best players across the country. We might as well give them a big shout out to the Maxwell Award, which goes to the most outstanding player of the year, went to Caleb Williams as well. The Davey O'Brien Trophy to the best quarterback went to Max Duggan out there from TCU. Wow. The Doak Walker Award from the best running back went to Bijan Robinson.
Blake Horn?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We got the Bolitnikov for the best wide receiver went to Jalen Hyatt of Tennessee. The John Mackey Award for the best tight end went to Brock Bowers. He's definitely going in the first 2 rounds.
No, he a first rounder.
Oh, yeah, he's going first 2 rounds from Georgia.
I ain't gonna kind of Gronkish.
Yeah, very, very much Gronkish. Then we got the Chuck Bednarik Award for the best defensive player went to Will Anderson Jr. That's right. The Bruno Nagurski, best defensive player, Will Anderson from Alabama. Okay, so he won 2 in a row for the Chuck Bednarik and the Bruno Nagurski Award. The Bucs Award, all right, for the best linebacker, right. Jack Campbell, Iowa, got that one.
Okay.
The Jim Thorpe Award, the best defensive back, Travarius Hodges, Hodges Tomlinson, got that one. What is this? The Remington Trophy for the best center. This is. Oh yeah, I was trying to pronounce this while I was watching it, but he's the center for Michigan. Yeah. Let's trust me. When you look up the center for Michigan, you're gonna have just a little bit of trouble pronouncing his name as well.
We'll see you in the national championship, sir.
All right. The Outland Trophy for the best interior offensive lineman goes to the same center from Michigan. The Lou Groza Award for the best kicker, Christopher Dunn from North Carolina State. The Ray Guy Award for the best punter, Adam Korsak from Rutgers. So big shouts out to all of those young men. All of the trophy winners from Heisman night. You know what I'm saying? Oftentimes I get caught up in watching the Heisman Trophy hype, the hoopla. And I think this was actually one of the best presentations because, for the last 2 years we were doing COVID protocols. Oh, yeah. Nobody was there. They were doing it via, Zoom. Mm-hmm. So I think it was pretty dope to have everybody back in the building. And, the thing is, of course, these are life-changing moments for these young men.
Right.
Possibly the majority of them, the next life-changing moment is going to happen for them is going to be.
They all getting drafted.
There you go. It's going to be the draft. And then speaking of the draft, what happens before the draft where they get to show out just a little bit?
Yeah.
Bowl games,
baby.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go bowling.
We got bowl games galore coming up.
Y'all
right now.
Stay tuned for that Red Room Bowl.
Right there. Yeah,
we got a sponsor soon.
Yes.
Yeah, we gonna have one.
Yes.
I'm shout out to the chicken wings. Somebody's gonna sponsor that. And now, so looking at what we got going forward, a litany of games, like I said, so many going forward.
Playoffs.
This is like myself and Jay on the MIC, one of our favorite times of the year because Jay likes to turn into a Mexican and watch football games at the same time.
Tequila.
If you know anything about my good friend, we like to indulge in adult beverages and watch sporting events. So I see that happening in the near future. Here's some bowl games I want you guys to pay attention to. These are some of the ones that I picked out that stood out for me for the list of games that was happening. I got the Tax Act Texas Bowl. Okay, that's Texas Tech and Ole Miss down there in Houston at NRG Stadium. This is a battle of high power offenses. Okay, what you talking about? Ole Miss. What you want to see?
Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, man.
What is he going to pull out of the bag this time? We're going to have a little trickery, a little dipsy do, a little flea flicker here or there. What are we going to do? We're going to go for the onside. Right, yeah, little fumbles. We're going to have a little onside kicking. We don't know. But it's Lane Kiffin, so we got to watch that. Then we got my man T Sweat's home team right here, the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl, number 17 LSU versus Purdue out there at the Camping World Stadium in Orlando.
Okay. SEC Big Ten matchup.
Right. I was just about to say that, Joey. It's the Big Ten runner-up versus the SEC runner-up. So how you feel about that, T Sweat?
Dub. That's all. Dub.
That's it. Just the dub.
One word. Dub.
Wonder if y'all quarterback gonna play.
Yeah,
the backup did look good when he came in against Georgia.
Yeah.
I think they should have started the backup from initially. It might have been a different game.
And the whole thing is, right now, Purdue is playing the role of spoiler because if you haven't paid any attention, Purdue's defense has been at least getting at least 1.5 turnovers in the last 3 games. Even though they haven't been winning because their offense isn't very perennial. But the defense for Purdue is coming up. Then we got the taxpayers Gator Bowl. That's right. Number 19, South Carolina versus number 21, Notre Dame at TIAA Bank Field.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jacksonville.
Oh.
Okay, right. Marcus Freeman's team, his first bowl game, they started playing a little different. Notre Dame, a little iffy at the beginning of the season.
Right.
Started to pick up towards the back end, and then whoever is still at South Carolina is going to come on the field because, of course, Coach Joey and I were talking about that
slew of
transfers. That transfer
portal wide open
is
right now.
in Columbia right now. It's a big gaping hole in Columbia.
They about to get some stuff too, though. So
Yeah, more than likely.
a lot of people leaving, a lot of elite talent leaving Gamecocks for some reason.
A lot of
We'll
elite
find
talent
out
coming
why.
back in.
Some stuff a leak with some players. I'm like, wow, you're losing them, but I guess you're gonna be replacing them with a great draft. I mean, not a draft, but a great recruiting class, and some other transfers coming on there.
I mean, I really feel like
Spencer, you need to stay with me.
Right, I was just about to say, I really feel like Spencer Rattler.
Spencer, come on.
This is gonna be Spencer Rattler's time to
Six
shine.
quarterbacks coming out right now. Spencer.
Right. It's gonna be in the last 2 games, some really big upsets under Spencer Rattler's belt, beating Tennessee, defeating Clemson for the first time in 6 years. I'm trying to see him win in a bowl game against Notre Dame. Same thing for Coach Joey.
Marcus Freeman, coaching Notre Dame, started off rocky.
Right.
Got that team playing some good football, so I'm gonna be interested in that one. I didn't know that was a matchup. I forgot who Carolina was playing, but Carolina Notre Dame, that's definitely gonna be one of my ones that's on my radar.
That's right. We got the Valero Alamo Bowl, number 12 Washington versus number 20 Texas at the Alamo Dome in San Antonio. So you know how they do out there in Texas. Everything is bigger in Texas. I'm interested in seeing the Mullet King, Quinn Ewers, and Bijan Robinson back together one more time because Bijan's going to go into the draft.
The Mullet King.
Yeah, the Mullet King. That's what they call him out there in Texas, man.
I want to say that quarterback's going to be transferring too in the portal.
Quinn Ewers?
Arch Manning coming.
Arch Manning is coming, but Quinn Ewers, I think Quinn Ewers pretty much won that job outright due to his play. I think he only missed 2 games. One of them basically he went out and midway through injury.
I think he already.
You sure?
Quinn
Ewers?
I ain't gonna lie, Daddy Manning.
Arch coming on campus. Arch coming on campus now.
Yeah, they're getting ready for him.
Yeah.
Huh? Who? You talking about the Michigan, the Michigan Center?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
that's why I'm sitting it soft so nobody can hear me. But it's a Louatani, I think.
He probably, I want to say he's of some
a
from
graduate
Hawaii.
transfer,
right? Because I saw him playing and I was like, wait a minute, dang, he looks huge, but. Hey,
okay, so it's Hudson Card was the quarterback leaving Texas. Hudson Card,
yes, Hudson Card is leaving Texas, but Quinn Ewers won that outright. They love him out there in Texas. Then next one I got my eye on is the Goodyear Cotton Bowl Classic. That's right, number 10 USC and number 16 Tulane out there at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. We going to Jerry's house to watch the Heisman Trophy winner Caleb Williams sling the pigskin around the yard, and I think that's actually a good matchup. Of course, if you know anything right now, Tulane is actually one of the most underrated offensive and defensive squads as far as FCS football goes. They actually had a lot of transfers last year go to Tulane, and they kind of showed up really big in the last 3 or 4 games. So big shouts out to Tulane, but even bigger shouts out to Caleb Williams, who's going to show us why he's the Heisman Trophy winner. One for some of the homers right here, around here in rec room country, as I like to call it. The Capital One Orange Bowl, number 6 Tennessee versus number 7 Clemson, aka the We Got Beat by USC Bowl. They're gonna be playing that at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. At one point, this could have been for the Natty at one point in time with Clemson and Tennessee, but Spencer Rattler changed all of that. But the Gamecocks had other plans, so now we got to watch them in Miami. I think that's going to be a good one.
That's going to be a very good one.
Of course, DJ Uwe Ogalele also in the transfer portal, so we have no idea who's going to be the quarterback.
And shout out to your younger brother, What's his last name? Uiagalelei.
Uiagalelei.
Okay,
Yep.
so check this out. His younger brother is a defensive end.
Right.
Number one, I want to say he's a top 5 recruit right now, top 5 player in the nation. He's set to commit either to the Buckeyes or 2 other elite teams. You know what I'm saying? Clemson was in the running, but since DJ transferred,
I doubt he's
they're
going
out there.
there.
He's not. No,
Right.
They're not even in his top 3 anymore.
Right.
But that family is a very talented football family.
Yeah.
I hope it's not a deal where you land the younger brother services if you let DJ be the quarterback. Come to Ohio State, DJ. Younger brother, don't DJ don't.
This
CJ Stroud got to go one day,
He got to go, but we already got the next one up coming up. Like we already got him in the works.
You already got it covered, man. Y'all already got the quarterback position covered already.
DJ. Yeah, man. But not to say DJ still is a great quarterback. I think he's gonna be a good quarterback for a pretty good Power 5 team. Hearing a lot of Clemson fans like, oh, he's gonna have to go to a lesser team. He's gonna have to go to non-Power 5. I'm like, look, that's a Power 5 quarterback.
Yeah, he going to
his accolades speak for itself. Like he led these guys to back-to-back ACC championships. Okay,
right.
They fell short, and y'all standard is national championship bust. But it's just kind of hard to fill Deshaun Watson and Trevor Lawrence's shoes.
It really hard, and that was I think the thing is it's a bit of a, and it's not a shot at anybody at Clemson, but it's a bit of a letdown to go from Deshaun Watson to Trevor Lawrence to DJ Uiagalelei. It's kind of unfair to him as well.
It is,
and I think that the pressure of him, playing under that spectrum is what is causing him to go, all right, man, I'm gonna be out. I'm gonna build my own legacy. I'm gonna go to somewhere that they ain't had a first round draft pick in years here, so I'm gonna go shine. So he's gonna go to like Missouri or something, or
yeah,
Mizzou.
I hope he goes to an ACC team and gets to play Clemson.
Let him go to one of these Florida schools. Go to Miami. Go to the U. Yeah, maybe not Miami. Miami. No.
It might be a good look.
No Miami.
Miami's been landing some decent quarterbacks. Now, they had King from Houston. Miami might could put him to work.
Maybe.
I personally want to see him in ACC. I want to see him match up against Clemson again. That'd be
dope.
Great storyline for that week.
That'd be dope. You know what I'm saying?
Hold your head, DJ, man. Hold your head.
That's
man.
right, man. You're still a winner. I mean, like, for real, though.
You, but, man, we going to speak life into you, young kid.
That's right, yeah. Because, we it's more life left under the table for DJ Uiagalelei. Other than that,
it's college football playoffs, baby.
We got New Year's Eve plans, right, gentlemen?
Yes.
I mean,
December
the college
31st.
football playoffs finally
Atlanta, Georgia.
locked in, loaded.
Yes.
The Buckeyes coming.
Tell all right, Coach Joy, go ahead talk about your
Let's
matchup,
go,
Joe.
man. So we have the number 1 undefeated Georgia Bulldogs playing the number 4 Ohio State. Ohio State Buckeyes. You know what I'm saying? Last time we was number 4, we won it all. Shout out to Ask Alabama about
y'all
that. They know.
slide.
Yes, sir. We slid in that thing. We up in that thing, and we against all odds. Let's just be honest, man. We coming from Ohio down to
Who gonna
Georgia.
let up, baby?
Basically,
Right.
shout out to TCU.
Oh man, look.
Shout out to USC for nothing. My fault. Shout out TCU nutted up too, but they got to stay in there. But anyway, yeah, we heading down here to Georgia, man. Basically, it's a home game for the Bulldogs. They get to wake up, sleep in their beds, take a little short bus ride on.
Right, I was just about to say, right,
to the Mercedes-Benz Dome and see us. You know what I'm saying? We playing with house money. Don't nobody outside of the state of Ohio and Buckeye fans think we have a shot. Everybody swear we're gonna get smacked around. So I mean, we get to go out there, let it all hang out, get wild, throw some plays out that they're not expecting. To be honest with you, all the pressure on the Bulldogs, and we're gonna keep it like that. They got a lot to prove. They got everything to lose. Hey, we're just a team from up north who coming out to play a team from the south in the Southeastern Conference, the best conference in football. These guys are NFL teams in college, and they can play any NFL team. They can go beat the Texans. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, we ain't got nothing to lose. We coming on down, and we're gonna let that thing hang out, man, and show y'all that we play football everywhere.
Yeah. Now this is
let that thing hang out.
Now this is one.
Hey, we play football everywhere, baby. Not just in the South, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
sure.
Some good teams around the country.
Now
we're gonna show y'all.
This is one of the
what
ones
we do in Ohio.
This is a controversial one. Coach Joey and I were discussing it off camera. So, like, the number 1 wide receiver, Jackson Smith-Njigba, has decided to not play,
Bro, just change your mind real quick, bro.
because he wants
Yeah.
to.
Wow.
He wants to work on get ready for the draft.
Yeah, get ready for the draft. I can understand both sides of the situation. Look, if I'm Jackson Smith and Jigba, I don't want to get hurt right now. You know what I'm saying? You seen it with Jamison Williams.
We're gonna talk about him too later.
This is a perfect, and this is just popped in my head. Coming into the situation, the Jamison Williams type situation, he was hurt, came back to play for Alabama, towards ACL in the college football playoffs.
Right.
Still was lucky enough or blessed enough or talented enough to be a first round draft pick by the Detroit Lions, but he just got back on the field this week, just now, week 14 into the NFL.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to have a catastrophic injury in so close to the draft. With the draft being in April, it's December. Basically, the draft is 4.5 months away.
Right.
You don't want to have a catastrophic injury and jeopardize your draft stock and so much money and, you know what I'm saying, your future by having an injury. But on the same time, Jackson Smith-Njigba, a lot of, Buckeye fans, a lot of people, football analysts are saying, hey, you missed a lot of football this year. I'm thinking it's a hamstring.
Todd McShay reported that it was a hamstring.
Yeah, hamstring
but
issue, which is kind of tricky.
Yeah, Todd McShay says that these NFL scouts know what he ate last week, and he got a 6-piece McNugget and an orange high C. So they say he could play. But just like you were saying, Joe, and you can continue. Hamstrings are tricky. You never really know until you try and go full speed out there.
You got to heal by itself.
My thing is a lot of top NFL draft prospects opt out to not playing a bowl game, but usually they're, I ain't gonna say irrelevant bowl game, but lesser bowl games, not in the national. Not if you in the college football playoffs. If you're in the college football playoffs and you can go, you usually give it a go for your brotherhood, for your teammates, for your team. You know what I'm saying?
T-boys.
Go out there
we're going for the
try
goal.
to do those numbers. You try to do numbers. You try to help your team win.
Go all out.
A lot of people are down on them, saying, "Hey, we need you."
Right.
We do need him.
They do need him.
We have Marvin Harrison Jr. on the other side, who is an elite receiver. But having both of them on the field at the same time causes defenses to play way different.
Right. Yeah.
So it's a big loss for us.
Over one side of the field.
You just can't focus on. You got to play them both up straight up. So you can't focus on one and take them away. That's what we really don't want them to take Marvin Harrison Jr. away by doubling him the whole game, and with Jackson Smith-Njigba on the field, that takes that away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Makes the defense more honest. So, from a technical standpoint, a game planning standpoint, it's going to hurt us. But I respect his decision. You can't do nothing but respect it. The man is worried about his future, protecting his future. His body is his biggest investment.
Worried about his family.
You got to work. You know what I'm saying? He done did the work last year to make himself basically be viewed as a first-round draft pick. And he's still viewed as a first-round draft pick.
Right. And he comes from an athletic family. I don't know if you guys know that Jackson Smith-Njigba, his son is actually into Major League Baseball playing for the Pirates. So I had no idea about that at all, but that's kind of dope. The whole thing is, and I also saw that after Todd McShay made his comments that, his brother stuck up for him, his mama stuck up for him and said, hey, it's his body. He's got to do what he's got to do. So big shouts out to the Ohio State. Got a big test this weekend coming up. Big shouts out to our boy, one of our main supporters, Free Poor. What it do, my guy?
The dog.
Come on, Free. Let's go to Atlanta, baby.
We gotta put on for Free Poor, because Free Poor gonna have that picture of him with the bulldog chain on and all of that somewhere in the comments. So big shouts out to Free Poor on that one. And then last but not least, man, we got to talk about the other game, man. The granddaddy of them all, as they call it all the time. You know what I'm saying? TCU and Michigan. Now, this is an unlikely pairing of teams.
Yeah, if you talked about who's gonna make the college football playoffs, nobody would.
Yeah, nobody would have thought about those two. Right, those two teams. But
maybe Michigan, because they made it last year, but not TCU.
Right, but once again, dark horse. It's just like you say, a dark horse team, so to speak.
Dark frogs.
I really think it's pretty cool. You know what I'm saying?
Because about to get smacked around.
Let's just be honest, man. You know what I'm saying? Blake Corum, Max Duggan, both two Heisman. I'm not gonna say finalists, but Heisman Trophy candidates.
Yeah,
a lot of
Blake Corum. Max was.
Yeah, Max Duggan was. You know what I'm saying, a dual threat quarterback, but you never would have known it. Because stereotypically, you're not thinking about a white quarterback being mobile, but Max Duggan was doing it, and at the same time, TCU's offense was predicated highly about the run, about the defenses getting susceptible to the idea of them running. And then they had some really exceptional talent above and beyond the field at wide receiver. And Max Duggan just seemed to find it all at the same time. And then, of course, you know what I'm saying? We talk about Michigan, man. We got to talk about coaching.
Team up north,
hardball.
You know, it's another
he gonna be back
hardball.
in NFL. I think NFL teams trying to get him.
They want him so
I
bad.
think in the Carolina, I think the
years.
Panthers gonna go get him. But
Ooh.
yeah, I think he might end up taking that jump back.
Listen.
He been saying if he didn't make it last, they didn't call last year, which they did, that he wasn't gonna come back to the league. But I think he
that money is going to speak differently in terms of how things go.
Yeah. Especially if they win it all. If they win it all, he'll definitely bow out and go back to the league. I think.
I mean, you know, but at the same time, you know, winning it all and going back to the league, it almost sounds like the opposite to me, Joe. If he wins it all for Michigan, for a team he kind of bled for all of that hard work, all that toiling, all that they was going to fire him, I think he stays. And they give him a bigger check. You know what I'm saying?
I think if they win it all, the NFL team's gonna be even on them even more. Like, you know, what
you
want? What is it gonna take to get you?
Right?
There?
What is it gonna?
What's the number?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Write the number on the napkin, pass it back across the table.
Yeah, I think he have more options. So he might be like, hey, I don't want to leave this illustrious Michigan program to go coach a team that sucks. But if a team let's just say Arizona fires Cliff Kingsbury and you walk in with a franchise quarterback with Kyler Murray, you got DeAndre Hopkins, you got Hollywood Brown, you got Connor, you got an elite offense. Just build the defense right. You don't get the defense right, which is
his thing.
You know what I'm saying? He might be into that. Oh, what if the Raiders fire Patriots coordinator buddy Josh McDaniels? You know what I'm saying? What if they fire him and then you walk into an elite offense and just get defense? It's situations that he's going to be presented with that he might sway him away from Michigan.
Ooh, him with the Raiders would be.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. You got to.
It's the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? You automatically think of hard, physical, tough nose football. He gonna bring that back to their defense. You know, because their defense trash.
Right.
See what Baker did to him.
Real quick, we're not going to predict the national championship, but predictions on the college football playoff bowl games.
Big Ten rematch in the national championship. Yeah, we got something for y'all, Michigan. It's Ohio State and Michigan in the national championship.
I too have a feeling.
Michigan gonna smack around TCU and we're gonna beat Georgia in a classic.
Honestly, I feel like the underdog game is coming, where it's going to be Ohio State and TCU. I really feel like the underdog game.
I would rather see. No, I ain't gonna say. I want to see Michigan.
I mean, I know you.
If we see TCU, we beat the brakes off of them. But if we see Michigan, we owe Michigan some.
Sleep on TCU. Sweat. What you think? What you think?
I say the same thing. Ohio State, Michigan.
Ohio State, Michigan. Jake, what you think? No
Georgia.
I got no. You got some opinions. What are they?
I'm just at the point in the season where I watch all the games now. I can watch all the games now.
Right.
Like, I'm just happy for that, man.
That's dope.
At this point, that's how college football is for me, because I was talking to somebody the other day and I was asking them, like, do you remember, you know, back in the day we used to watch the main channels and you could see just about everybody that's going to be on the field in the NFL.
Right.
Now, like, that person is like on closed circuit TV somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You know, we never heard of them. You know, it could be
watching the Pac-12. Do we not watching the Pac-12? Something like Pac-10. FCS team.
Yeah, I'll say it even lower than that. Yeah.
You got a point.
Like a military school, or even, you know, any kind of
you got a point.
Unorthodox, you know, path.
You do.
You know,
you're right.
Taken.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know what I'm saying? We're all looking forward to it. So
what's your
pick?
I
think Georgia and Michigan.
I'm really thinking it's gonna be an underdog game out here, man. I'm saying, you know, Ohio State, you know what I'm saying, comes through, TCU pulls off the upset and really plays keep away ball like they have been all season with Max Duggan. And like, I swear, when I was looking at like maybe the last 3 or 4 game stats, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the game, they got like 6 running backs and all of them get like 40 yards apiece.
Yeah.
Like for real. All of them get like 40 yards apiece. Max Duggan gets like 40 yards on the ground, like 20 yards on the ground. Everybody gets like 4 or 5, at least like 5 carries. And somehow, some way, the offensive line is rotated. Like, work all season long. So I'm thinking they go out there, they play keep away ball. We're looking at like a TCU Ohio State national championship, and then we get to see my man LT LaDainian Tomlinson come out in like a purple suit and a cowboy hat.
Okay.
And set it off.
Hey, if TCU do make, even if they make it into the college football playoff, LT got like a big role in this. He gonna have some interviews going crazy.
Who else gonna come out of the woodwork?
Who?
The Red Rifle's gonna come out of the woodwork.
Oh yeah, that's another quarterback.
You know,
I mean, player
Dalton?
from TCU.
Andy Dalton. Y'all forgot
He went
Andy.
to TCU?
Yeah.
Andy
Okay,
Dalton
okay.
was
He had the orange hair.
Got you.
He had the orange
Andy
hair.
Dalton was the man at TCU.
Okay,
now
okay,
he was a
I
Heisman
forgot
candidate.
what college he went to, but yeah, he was the man.
Yeah,
I
the
remember
Red
college,
Rifle
I remember
gonna
him
show
being
up to
at
that game and put something in Max.
Similar to
Brown.
that Texas game, like they brought them all out for the
Yeah,
Texas.
for the
Texas, Alabama.
Yeah, Texas game. Like everybody, all their stars that
That was a
came out
classic
for that
game too.
one.
Yeah,
That was dope.
But all right, Blake Corum officially is out for this game. He officially had surgery. So it's a big loss for Michigan, but I think they can replace them with Edwards' work. I feel like Michigan too physical for TCU. Michigan gonna play a physical brand of football. I think they just gonna win in the trenches, and that's where the game was gonna be a loss for TCU. But the beautiful thing about college football, man, when you
It's a
have the
toss-up
better
sometimes.
quarterback, the quarterback is the ultimate X factor. Max was a Heisman candidate for a reason, and he may be able to put TCU on his shoulders and will his team there. So I'm gonna be interested in it. I personally just think Michigan gonna win in a lopsided game. Usually, when it's your first time in the college football playoffs, you usually get embarrassed. Look at Michigan last year when Georgia beat them down. They got embarrassed. Even to my Buckeyes, man, we got embarrassed by Clemson one year. Like, look, sometimes you just don't. Sometimes the talent outweighs what you have on your team.
And the
We'll see.
preparation, the talent and the preparation too.
Yeah,
because,
we'll see.
You know,
It's a big game for TCU coach, man. Like, if you can beat Harbaugh, man, it's a statement game.
Yeah, that's one of the ones where look, you moving on up
Yeah.
to another conference.
Real quick, what we talking about? Real quick, man. R.I.P. to Mike Leach, man.
R.I.P. to Mike Leach, man.
Mississippi State
The man had
coach.
Where was he before? Wasn't it like Washington State?
Washington, yeah, and he had them looking good. Wazoo, yeah, he had them
it
looking
was
good too.
the point was Mike Leach, and I want to say, was it College Station too? Texas Tech.
I'm not sure.
Texas Tech. I remember that Texas Tech team
Mike Evans?
who?
With Mike Evans.
Mike Evans. It's just another wide receiver that's not playing anymore.
Was he the coach with Was he the coach of
Crabtree?
No, okay, yeah. Was he the coach
Crabtree, I remember that.
Was he the coach of Johnny Manziel?
No.
You wasn't the coach of Johnny Manziel?
No, it wasn't Manziel. I can't remember who was the Texas head. The Texas
Was
Tech
that was
coach.
Mike Evans?
But that was the year. Those were the years.
I'm getting confused. I'm getting confused.
Those were the years that.
Oh, that's Mike Evans.
Well, you said College Station, so that is
College.
Texas A&M.
My bad. I said,
that's what got it.
College Station. My bad. But those were the years where, and I remember
Texas
this.
Tech was Crabtree though.
Yeah. I remember the NCAA playbook. The playbook
Oh
for
yeah, they
Texas
had crazy.
Tech looks like how they play
West
right
Coast,
now.
Yeah,
It was
That's when
five
they was
wide
throwing every
receivers.
play. They would never run.
Yeah.
They wasn't running.
It was
that
spread.
was shot
Really?
gun.
Shotgun.
That's the first time I got introduced to the spread offense, like how it was. Because
Spread
back
offense,
then,
for
when
sure.
Texas Tech was doing it, it was teams out in the Pac-12 doing it, but other teams were just physical running the ball a lot.
Right.
It really wasn't spreading it out like that.
Yeah, you wasn't seeing it.
Kind of introduced
But
it
nah, Mike Leach was like, look, we're gonna put 5 of them boys out there. Your third or fourth string cornerback is gonna have to guard our second best wide receiver, and it's gonna get cooked.
And hey, quarterbacks always do for 400 yards,
Right.
minimum.
I'm
Every
telling
week,
you,
like, bruh.
the quarterback's
Numbers
arm was
crazy.
falling off after every game, and pretty much a lot of the maturation of
Falling.
offense happened with Mike Leach. And so RIP to Mike Leach.
R.I.P.
That's a big vacancy too. I wonder
what
who
I'm
gonna get that.
That's
I
a big
was
job.
like, hey, if Deion wouldn't have took that Colorado job, Jackson State in Mississippi, if he would have went around and declined that job, I wonder if they would have offered that Mississippi State job
Ooh.
to Deion.
Once again,
And I wonder if they still might offer it. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
we'll
We know you just
never
signed that
know.
contract. You just,
It can't even.
I don't even know if that can work. If that can work, like I don't know if you can.
I doubt it. I doubt it. You can't even. Yeah, Deion can't backtrack now. He done did that "We Coming" commercial.
Yeah.
he
We
done
coming.
that, we coming.
Oh, he did.
I got my glasses. I got my
sweat.
sweatpants on now. We coming. All right,
Hey, you better watch
school
out.
Don't start for 3 weeks. We coming.
We thought we was
She
gonna
on
see some
top, I
rides.
tell her to get off because we can come. Hey, y'all got to see that Lou Young skit. Shout out to Lou Young, bro. I got that for you, Lou Young.
Lou Young. If you know anything about Lou Young, the Instagram,
oh my God, that's
that
hilarious.
TikTok,
That
Lou
Deion
Young.
Sanders skit. Oh my God.
Bro, listen. Come on, Tal. Put your hands down, Tal.
Well, he act like the Mexican kicker.
Oh man, yo.
Hey, y'all got
He
to
was
see
doing
his
a joke with the
Hey, hey, Lou Young, man. It's like with 4 U's or something.
Right, yeah.
Type in Lou Young on Instagram.
It's
y'all.
ridiculous,
Y'all will
y'all.
not regret that.
Please go laugh
The
right
funniest thing
now.
I've seen all week.
You better come on the line, though. You better put your hand down, though. But y'all, I'm telling you. All right, so we done talked a lot about college. We're gonna take it to the pros, baby. Oh man,
Big boys.
The
National
NFL.
Football League.
I'm telling you, the NFL was crazy this week. I
Get
had
down to the
to.
nitty gritty.
I'm talking about like maybe not each and every game, but I watched pretty much all games from Saturday, Sunday night, Monday night, Thursday when it started.
Yeah.
These
Classic
they
Thursday
some
night game.
smokers.
That
all
was
right?
the best Thursday night game of the year so far.
Really, honestly, and everybody went into it like, it's gonna be trash.
Yeah, it's gonna be a snoozer.
But it wasn't. it did let it down.
Devontae about to go crazy.
Right.
That's gonna be it. Like,
It did not let us down. So we're gonna start at the top. We got the Bucs and the Niners. Now, if you know anything about the Bucs and the Niners, this was one of those games where we didn't know what was gonna happen, okay? Because of course we got the GOAT Tom Brady against Mr. Irrelevant Brock Purdy, and Brock Purdy said, not today.
yeah,
All right,
defense for the 49ers said nothing.
Listen, exactly. So we got Tom Brady, 34-55, 253 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. My man Brock went 16-21, 185 yards, 2 touchdowns, and to me, like an X factor.
He had a rushing touchdown too.
Yeah, he had a rushing touchdown as well. The X factor of the game was my man Christian McCaffrey with 114 yards for 14 carries and 1 touchdown. I mean,
and he had a receiving touchdown.
and he had a receiving touchdown as well. The thing is, and this is one of those. This is one of those like this is like a life lesson, like somewhere in there where
just never know.
you got picked last. Iowa State, and he was balling at Iowa State now.
Yeah.
Don't get him. If you go look at Brock Purdy, because I had to do it, I did. Brock Purdy stats at Iowa State is up there. You know what I'm saying? Running, throwing, everything. He did pretty much everything except for catch the ball. You know what I mean? But got picked last in the draft. Practices hard, pays attention, gets out there. Second team, third team, scout team, whatever team, does it all. Knows the playbook like the back of his hand, and your first round draft pick gets hurt. All right, but you're not worried about it, right? Because I got Jimmy Garoppolo. Look at Jimmy G.
Work that deal out with Jimmy G.
Porn star Jimmy.
Plug him in.
We gonna play. We gonna be boys. I got you back up. They had a handshake. Y'all saw that? They had a handshake and all.
Right.
Jimmy G gets hurt, foot injury, out for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Can you put your helmet on and go in there and face the pressure? Not up again. And he came in the game before and basically closed out the game. But can you start against the GOAT?
Yeah.
And this is the GOAT's hometown, bro. Like, are you serious? Like, Tom Brady really wanted to be playing for the Niners right now. He wanted to finish his career out there in San Francisco, because he got memories with his dad and his mom going to San Francisco 49er games, watching Joe Montana, blah, 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 sob story, woo, woo, here goes the violin. But we got Brock Purdy out there showing out, and I like the fact that, seriously, though, like, they show, and I was about to shed a tear when I saw this, like, he scored a touchdown, man. They showed the close up of his dad. His dad was crying, bro.
Yeah.
That man, daddy was crying. I thought that was like, that's it right there.
Yeah,
Like he could have lost it. He could have lost the
That's
game.
what you played for,
Right? He could have lost the game, in my opinion. That man, daddy was sobbing on the sideline because his son was beating the GOAT. And for the probably to be honest with you, I don't know if they've ever all been to his games, but his whole family had like 50 seats at the 50, you know what I'm saying? So I thought that was really dope, man. But so shouts out to Brock Purdy for putting on for San Francisco.
Great performance.
And putting on a performance of the age.
Question if Jimmy G, they say out for the season, but some people saying he could come back to the,
it's saying it's a possibility. I think.
You think they should play him?
If Jimmy G come back, you got to play Jimmy G.
Unless
Brock just go on the street, unless they don't lose no more.
Yeah, it's my thing. It's really close to what the Dallas situation was. I mean,
Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush was doing extremely well for a backup, and it gave Dak Prescott a whole bunch, like maybe 2 extra weeks to recover. If it's and I really feel like this is kind of getting to that place where. Are they going to the playoffs? Yeah. Are we risking possible championship berth? So if we get there to that point and Brock Purdy's still playing, we just like, come on, Jimmy G, man. Look, give your foot another week because I want you 100% when we go into the championship game.
I think it's predicated on the success of the 49ers down the stretch offensively. The defense is back healthy. We can talk about. I'm giving praise. Brock Purdy is stepping up and doing pretty good, but the defense is leading this team. And the run game.
Yeah.
We really going to see how good Brock is now with the injury to Deebo Samuel. With Deebo Samuel about to miss a couple.
Oh wow, yeah, we didn't even get into that. Prayers go out to Deebo Samuel, man.
You down one of your Swiss Army knives on offenses. You down one of the biggest playmakers in the league. So now you gonna have to step up. Kittle gonna have to step up. Even more workload for Christian McCaffrey. Eli Mitchell went down with an injury, so you kind of thin at the running back position. So we really going to get to see a good look at Brock under pressure. Big division games coming up. One this Thursday against Seattle. But shout out to DeMeco Ryans, man. This guy's a head coach in the making. He's definitely going to be a head coach next year. He has that defense playing at an elite level.
Y'all forgot DeMeco Ryans was nice.
Man, he calling some plays, bro.
Okay.
I'm watching him. I'm like, man, he calling some plays. He's coming from a division rival. I don't like the Niners. But I respect DeMeco, man.
Yeah, these got to be, and let's keep it funky, man. You know what I'm saying? The insertion of Christian McCaffrey into their offense has done wonders for them, and you know what I'm saying. We want to send our prayers go out to Deebo Samuels because I saw that injury and I was like,
I thought it was more serious than what it was. I thought it was bad.
I thought it was MCL, ACL,
from
PCL.
South Carolina.
So he got an MCL sprain and a high ankle sprain.
Right, two sprains.
But 49ers be smart. This Debo now.
Let him sit down, man.
Y'all got the division in the bag. Y'all beat Seattle. Y'all clinching the division.
Right, let him sit down.
Basically, honestly, sit him out to the playoffs.
Let him sit down. You know what I'm saying?
Real for real.
MCL, PCL sprain, whatever. I don't care. As long as it ain't nothing pop, he good.
Exactly. Y'all win all in to win this year. You know what I'm saying? You traded away all your picks to go get Christian McCaffrey. Y'all have no picks in the 6th round.
Kyle Shanahan.
Y'all traded away your 1st round pick to get Trey Lance. So you know what I'm saying? In that deal to get him, and then you trade 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
I like their front office, man.
They aggressive.
Aggressive.
They got that from who? From the Rams. That's not gonna lie. Everybody that got aggressive in this offense got that from us. But
if y'all know anything about my man John Lynch back in the day.
Oh yeah, John Lynch making moves.
Listen,
he did on the field.
That John Lynch bucketing his defense, boy. John Lynch, you come across that line, boy, put you down.
Feel him.
Yeah, you gonna feel him. So now you feeling them in the offense process.
Yeah.
So
they was real aggressive. They going after it. I like what they doing. Perfect yin and yang. You got offensive philosophy, offensive mastermind, and Kyle Shanahan as your head coach who's calling these plays.
Right.
And then you got DeMeco Ryans on the defensive side who's dialing up plays and schemes.
Doing that thing.
And the player development over there is crazy.
Right.
The defensive line is crazy.
Right.
Their young safety that's reminding me of Troy Polamalu.
Troy Polamalu nephew.
They got some special things going on. If they can get that cornerback room in line, that defense can end up being something that really gets them a long way. I will say that when they have to play the Eagles or the Cowboys in the playoffs, that's when the quarterback position is going to truly get tested because those are some elite defenses.
Man, so all right, we covered that one pretty much from top to bottom. Let's go get to another big matchup.
Division.
Somebody that my man Jay on the MIC knows very well. We're gonna talk about Perk Cousins, aka Kirko Chains, aka Kirk Cousins. Went 31-41.
Little gritty,
little gritty out there with the Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 31-41 with 425 yards with 2 touchdowns. Justin Jefferson. 11 receptions for 223 yards. All right, I don't know what's going on. Then we got Jared Goff out here in the streets.
My favorite player right now.
Yeah, right now he going crazy. Then we got Jared Goff out here in the streets going for 27-39 for 330 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Shout out to Goff, man.
All right, now you know what? I got to give a shout out.
They playing some good football in Detroit right
now.
Hey, college football. We was talking about the Heisman Trophy winners.
Yeah.
Last 3 quarterbacks they had were Heisman Trophy winners. No.
Who?
With your team, with the Rams.
Okay. Yeah. Sam
Jared
Goff.
Baker
Mayfield. Matthew Stafford?
No, Sam Bradford.
He Bradford. Oklahoma. Right, yeah, Sam Bradford. We got throwback on that one now. Big shout out to Sam Bradford.
That was just a quick little
what was Sam Bradford got going?
I ain't gonna lie. I'm talking to a person that was kind of low on Detroit coach. He has those guys playing good. That offense looking explosive.
I like it.
The newest addition to Jameson Williams. He back healthy. His first catch was a 41.
I was just about to say, we just was talking about Alabama and sitting out and whether or not it's going to affect you in the draft and how you could get injured. Jameson Williams was balling in the
first
National
football championship
first catch
last
year in college, and then the first play ever 40. I think. Let me look. I think it's 41 yards.
I'm talking like nobody around him.
Yeah, nobody there.
Ran past,
Nobody.
Yeah, and to say
the defender slipped.
let's just keep it funky. That's a lot of work he had to put in to get to what is that?
back.
This
I
know it
week
felt
14.
good.
So and
they got weapons everywhere in that Detroit offense. You got DJ Chark coming from Jacksonville.
All right,
Yeah.
Then you
DJ
got
Chark
Sun
showing
Gun,
up.
Amon Ross St. Brown. You got Josh Reynolds. Then you add Jamison Williams.
Right.
I mean, man.
And let's keep it real. I
Running
got
back.
Williams in the backfield.
Running back
listen,
stable.
yeah, they running back room went for 134 yards. And I'm talking about, I swear, when I was looking at the end of the game stats, it's like 6 of them too. So I mean, that's keeping you fresh on the ground. I mean, I think that helps them. You know what I mean? Because you want to do what the Rams, and this is not a jab at you, Joe.
Yeah, you good.
But this, you want to do what the Rams didn't do for Jared Goff, and you want to basically not have him throw the game away. And you want to be able to rotate in some running backs.
I'm gonna have to interject.
Oh,
we protected him with Todd Gurley. Like
well,
we protected him with Todd Gurley was the best running back in the league for years.
Yeah, he was.
About 2 or 3 years.
Shout out to Todd Gurley, man. I was a huge Todd Gurley
Georgia.
fan.
It's just that I think Jared Goff growing as a quarterback a little bit. He still makes a big mistake and throw a pick 6 in a minute. He ain't did it in like the last 5-6
he did
games.
it in a few
Earlier on in the year, he threw.
Yeah.
There was a couple games they lost because
Yeah,
he
threw it,
crucial
yeah,
turnover
yeah.
and clutch time. But I mean, he's growing. I think the team's starting to believe in him a little bit. The defense was trash at first, but Aiden Hutchinson is leading them, and they playing a little bit better on that defensive side
Listen,
of the ball.
I don't know if y'all seen Aiden Hutchinson
And
in
that
the
run
backfield.
game helping him.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all seen Aiden Hutchinson in that backfield.
Yeah, he had like a couple of sacks.
He's got a lot of he had
a lot of pressure.
I was just about to say he's one of the players. Whereas of course, as he comes along, his defensive prowess and his bag, so to speak, of moves, like Von Miller. Von Miller got all the moves.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Aiden Hutchinson is one of those players where even though his moves aren't as spectacular yet, because of course he's going to get better over time, it's a lot of plays where he's 2 steps away from the quarterback.
Yeah, man, he a disruptor.
Yeah.
He's a disruptor, and he actually challenges Sauce Gardner for the defensive rookie of the year. Right
Yeah,
now.
I think so. I really feel it.
Games he emerging.
Okay, and for me, you know what I'm saying. This is one of those things where we're looking at 2 possible outcomes. You know what I'm saying. Kirk Cousins is out here flinging it to Jay Jettas, and to be one of 2 players to possibly break 2,000 yards.
Oh,
this
it's that.
year.
He got 1,500 on the head right now. I
know
got
what
him
I'm
in a
saying?
lot of fantasy league. Justin Jefferson got 1,500 yards right now. He's definitely breaking 2K.
Yeah, and
He got 4 games to get 500.
And then also we gonna speak on it. You know what I'm saying. Tyreek right behind him with the possibility of getting 2,000. So I mean, hey, it's really dope to see that Kirk Cousins got somebody to throw the ball to, because that used to be the only thing that he didn't have. But of course, that's what they had Stephon Diggs. They got Stephon Diggs out of there, and what they did with that draft pick. Drafted Justin Jefferson.
That's probably the best trade in NFL history where nobody lost.
Nobody lost.
So the Bills got Stephon Diggs, gave him his bag. He goes on to be a top 5 receiver in the league. Justin Jefferson gets drafted, and he's
definitely
the
top
best
5
young receiver in the league, hands down. And and he's top 5 right now as well. I'm being nice. Really, Justin Jefferson the best receiver in the league right now. To me,
Jamal Chase, Justin Jefferson.
I think I thought Tyreek and Justin right now.
Yeah, I got you.
Diggs having a good year, a big year.
But not as
not
not as
getting his own
impactful
much.
as he was. Yeah,
But it seems like Jefferson and Hill are making a big splash.
Yeah,
right now.
it's
And Devontae
definitely-
Adams as well.
Devontae
Can't
Adams
forget about
is
him.
out there next. Speaking of my man's Devontae Adams, we gotta talk about that Raiders and Rams game Thursday night. It was going down. Now let's give a little pre-story.
Let's talk about it.
Okay, so you know what I'm saying, Jay. If I'm correct me if I'm wrong, Jay. So Baker Mayfield got cut like Monday night, Tuesday, Sunday afternoon.
Yeah. He asked for his release. And
He
they
was
cut him
eating
too.
Bojangles in the parking lot, and they was like, "Hey man, you know what?
You
pack your
want to get
stuff."
released? Okay.
He was eating Bojangles in the parking lot in Charlotte, and they was like, "Hey man, you know what, man? You ain't got to come to work today."
No, he asked to be released. He asked to be released, and they cut. They gave him. The wishes our command. You wasn't about to play no more. Who's going with Sam Darnold?
So once again, Jay. So like Tuesday, he's on the plane and he gets to LA,
It's go time.
and that was it. And that boom, and then Thursday night he's playing. So let's go over these stats real quick. Derek Carr
Let's talk about
went 11 of 20 for 137 yards
Boom, boom, boom.
and 2 interceptions. All right? that doesn't even sound like Derek Carr. That's not even the crazy part. But the thing is, Josh Jacobs went for 27 carries and 99 yards and 1 touchdown. Showed out. Devontae Adams, 3 receptions, 71 yards.
He made some big plays.
Right. Then we got my man Cam Akers. Cam Akers out there with 12 carries, 42 yards and 1 touchdown. Ben Skronik. Baby Cup out here. You never heard his name, but I promise you, somebody got
Notre
him in
Dame shouty.
Somebody got him in fantasy now.
Good play in development.
7 receptions, 89 yards.
Yes, big plays too. Some big plays.
Really big
Not the
plays.
little ones.
Van Jefferson, another unknown wide receiver, came out there,
Florida
44 yards, 1 touchdown. Then we got the undercover goat, baby goat, little chip on his shoulder,
Big bait.
Baker Mayfield, 22 of 35,
Yes.
230 yards, and one
He was in that kitchen in the fourth quarter.
crucial
Clutch time.
touchdown.
Big
One
Baker.
crucial touchdown. Now
This was exciting, baby.
listen,
That was a
I don't-
crazy game.
Throw it to me, please.
I don't
Throw it
know.
to
If, I don't
the
know
Red
if
Room
y'all
Rams
know,
guy.
but like pretty much when Baker Mayfield broke the huddle, there was a defensive lineman in his face in Carolina immediately. But then it all changed after he threw this pass, caught this bomb.
Rams
After he threw
win.
this bomb, his whole life changed, his whole perspective.
Look, man.
Sean McVay, I didn't even see him that excited when they won.
Yeah,
when they won the
Look,
Super Bowl.
Yeah.
For us, look, as a Rams fan, our season been over. If we're gonna be realistic, injuries just took it to the O line,
injuries
depleted.
crazy.
You know, and then injuries to everybody else. You know, when Cup got hurt, I was like, yeah, it's really over. And then when Odell wouldn't come back, but look, man, Stafford gets hurt, another key injury. So our starting Super Bowl winning quarterback gets hurt. He goes down. Boom. So we got John Walford and Bryce Perkins that we were rotating, starting in games. Saw what Bryce Perkins do as a starter. He played okay. Walford, he played okay. Couldn't get us wins. Baker asked to be released. I think Baker thought that, hey, man, I want to start. Baker wants to start. He's still trying to play for a good contract.
Right.
He saw some team situations. He saw the injury in San Fran. He saw us having a quarterback. He saw Houston juggling quarterback. So I think he bet on himself and was like, hey, somebody's going to give me a contract, and I'm gonna have another opportunity to start before the season's over to prove my worth to the league.
I would have thought he would have went home.
Try to remain a starter in the league. We the only team that put in the claim. We got him. Tuesday he on the plane to us. Thursday night
He's out there winning.
we got a game scheduled. We trotted out Walford. He was halfway hurt. Played a 3-and-out series. Get on out of there. Baker get in there. You know what I'm saying?
And the rest is history, bro.
The terminology between what Baker offense Baker ran in Cleveland and the terminology that Sean McVay runs in LA is something similar that really helped him understand the protection calls and to communicate with the teammates. But basically, he only had a grasp of about 10 to 15% of the playbook. You could see during times where the Rams defense was out there, Sean McVay would be on one knee talking to Baker, coaching them through what the next set of plays are going to look like. Sean McVay likes to whisper to his quarterbacks in the ear, in the headset, the first 25 seconds of the play. That's legal. So I know that a lot of that's going on, a lot of communication between those guys. And I could just, like Whit said, man, the excitement on McVay's face, man, he really is interested in trying to make the most of this season. This is not a lost season.
It's not a lost season.
We're basically working our second and third string guys out to see who the hell's going to be on this team next year. And these are big reps for these guys.
Really big.
These guys are
prime
stepping
time
up.
games.
Second round pick, Tutu
Second round
Atwell,
picks. Tutu.
Van Jefferson,
My dog.
Ben Skronik. Like, these guys are really playing big football right now and have big plays. You know what I'm saying? The defense, there's a lot of guys that wouldn't be getting playing time right now that's getting playing time. So to see that Baker galvanized the troops, that we rallied around him, making big clutch plays. It was a 4th and 13. He threw like a 30-yard pass to Ben Skronik, man. And Ben, when he got there, it was an incredible throw and it was an incredible catch. To see him first start off, his first series this first play was a play action 25-yard bomb. Like to see the type of throws Baker was making. I didn't see this guy play like this since he was playing in Oklahoma.
Yeah, Oklahoma.
To be honest with you,
You know, one thing is probably the love. Like, you know what I'm saying? You bring somebody in with like some confidence and love, like they
care about you.
They gonna produce for you.
yes, sir.
And your coach did that. I feel.
Yeah.
You're right. You got
Another
a
thing,
point.
like location matters. Playing for a team you want to play for matters.
Right.
No shots against Cleveland, no shots against Carolina. Y'all gave them a chance, but it's
LA.
playing in LA, just playing in certain markets.
Yeah.
You want to play there. You want to be a guy playing in a big city. You want to play in major markets. You want to
Listen,
play in good weather.
Let me jump
Coming
in
from
real quick.
Cleveland where every day is cold.
Let's do a comparison. I win a game in Cleveland and I get on the strip and I'm hanging out. That's one thing. I win a game in Charlotte. I ride around. I'm hanging out.
You
If
uptown.
I win a game in LA and the top is down, the weather's
Come on
good.
now.
I'm in the streets.
Come on now.
I really can't compare that to very much. I went to Vegas one time, thought it was great, put my head out the window like a dog. So I can't imagine being Baker Mayfield and winning a football game. Back to you, Coach Joe.
Yeah, man. So just the market matters. Playing for certain teams, give you a breath of fresh air. Sometimes a new start is what can change your life. You know what I'm saying? Or what can change your situation. I feel like this is a case in point with this situation. You know, he's in LA right now, playing for a coach, an offensive-minded coach, a young coach. No disrespect to the other coaches. Let's just be honest. Matt Rule, he got fired. He was a trash NFL coach.
Wow.
Kevin Stefanski in Cleveland. I don't know how you still a head coach in the league. You're going to get fired after this year. I book it. It's coming. You know what I'm saying? So playing for coaches who really aren't offensive-minded,
right?
Run-first coaches. Matt Rule really didn't know what he was doing in the NFL. He was in over his head. He admitted it. And now you playing for a coach. Arguably, if I can make an argument, Sean McVay, a top 5 NFL coach of all time. Let's look at the coaching trees under him that's getting poached.
The coaching tree he came
renovated
from.
the NFL, like you know what I'm saying. Just introduced a new way of coaching to the NFL, new style. Youngest NFL head coach until my guy in Miami just got hired. Yeah. But I mean, just you know, when you a young quarterback and you playing for a young coach, he's a player's coach. You want to play for this guy. So,
right.
I'm just interested to see these last 4 games with Baker, man, because I'm excited.
I'm excited for him. I'm one of those people who I'm not going to say I was excited when Baker Mayfield got another chance because I like watching sports and I like seeing the progression of going through adversity. Baker Mayfield went through a lot of adversity in Cleveland. And they trotted him out there no matter what kind of circumstance he was under. Body half hurt, left ankle hurt, right shoulder hurt, neck brace, back brace, one leg. He was out there. He still tried it.
Receivers hurt. Let's be honest.
Yeah, no receivers, no juice, no OBJ. OBJ goes on to win the Super Bowl. Like,
you see that. Yeah,
you know, and then all of you talking about you see that, and then of course Baker goes to Carolina. Like I said, in Carolina, man, he was calling the play. And immediately he would turn around and there was a defensive lineman standing right there. I don't care what was going on, but you know,
one more thing.
It was made for him to get out of Carolina to go to LA. What's up?
One more thing. That last drive, the shout out to the Raiders punter. The Raiders punter punted that thing to the 2-yard line. Baker Mayfield went 98 yards in under 2 minutes with no timeouts. He made that happen. That's with basically 48 hours of preparation.
That's a man's
less
play.
than 48 hours of preparation.
That's
impressive, bro. In the NFL against the most elite, talented athletes at football. That's hard to do.
I watched the quarterback
with second and third string players all around.
I was just about to say. I watched the quarterback guy on TikTok. He breaks down a lot of quarterback plays. Playing from the NFL, and he's actually really good at it. He pretty much called out like 12 to 13 plays, and then they reversed them and put them in different order. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, there were several run plays that you could see Baker Mayfield was running. You know, the handoff was this way, but the running back was over here. Yeah. And I think that going through that and then him still coming out on the back end, you know what I'm saying, doing well, I think that shows the team that, look, he's focused. It's not all like what they said it was, maybe. You know, because of course in the NFL, you know, the word travels. Mm-hmm. Oh, Baker Mayfield, he's not a team player. Oh, he's not a quarterback you want to have. Nah, man, Baker Mayfield is exactly who you want because he came in there, played, you know, basically got out there 2 days notice, stretched, and then won the game. All right, so let's go on to the next big game that we had going on that weekend as well. Another barn burner. The Texans and the Cowboys. Man, I think this was kind of interesting because the Houston Texans kind of went back to a little college set. You know, they played Jeff Driscoll and Davis Mills. Davis Mills went for 16 to 21, 175 yards and an interception. Jeff Driscoll went for 4-6, 38 yards and 1 touchdown. Dameon Pierce, 22 carries, 78 yards. Big shouts out to him. He got a touchdown out there. Yes, sir. Chris Moore and Amari Rodgers pretty much combined for 181 yards and a touchdown. Then we got Dak Prescott doing the damn thing again, 24 of 39. 284 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. One of them pretty much wasn't his fault. But, you know, we got Big Zeke out there, 15 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown. My man Tony Pollard on the back end got 10 carries, 42 yards. Dalton Schultz and Noah Brown were the stars of the receiving for Dallas this time with 172 yards. Then we got CeeDee Lamb. You know, he put in a little bit of work. He got 5 receptions with 33. Now, this one was kind of like old school Dallas football to me. A lot of that run game was happening. And as we can see from the stats, man, looking at Tony Pollard, you know what I'm saying? Tony Pollard put in that work, 4 yards per carry, just about. And then
nice little receiving touchdown.
Yeah, and a nice little receiving touchdown. I mean, and then this is another one which you could pretty much go Dallas's defense stands out again.
And bad
at the end, though.
Bad offensive
At
play
the
on
end.
that fourth and goal for the Texans. First of all, shout out to the Texans for battling. Nobody thought y'all had a chance.
Yeah, nobody thought they had a chance.
This is the battle of Texas.
Actually,
I
was supposed to win
Houston,
that game.
Houston was.
Yeah,
I thought
they had it
win.
won.
Bad play call on that fourth and goal down there for the Texans
Yeah,
to
I
win the
like
game.
You
Damian
gotta make
Pierce
the
unfortunately
defense
got
move.
hurt. He had an ankle injury, tried to come back in, had to get back out of there. They put Rex Burkhead in, and for some reason they wanted to run Rex Burkhead.
Rex
Don't know
Burkhead.
why. But bad play calling, and the Dallas defense stepped up and gave them guys the ball back, and they got the job done.
I mean, for me, it's about the play of Dak Prescott. Is Dak Prescott, or is this okay? Let's rephrase that. Is what we saw going to win Dallas 2 to 3 playoff games
Possibly,
against
but I think when they run against the Eagles, if they run into the Eagles and maybe the 49ers, I think that they're going to end up having a playoff exit. I think those are the two teams in the NFC that can beat them.
Got to be Philly.
Any other team, I think they'll beat. They beat the brakes off Minnesota. They'll beat Minnesota again if they're healthy. And any other team, if they play the Commanders or the Giants,
I was about to say,
they'll beat them too.
Jay, the Commanders got them one more time. Am I correct?
You mean the Giants? Or the Cowboys?
Yeah, the Cowboys. Okay. And that being that this is technically your division we're talking about. Are we afraid of the Cowboys or are we afraid for the Cowboys? Because like we mentioned, this is one of those games we didn't expect Houston to even be in, but somehow they
some
were.
of these trap games. They got another trap game coming up too against Jacksonville.
So what you think, Jay?
Are
we afraid of the Cowboys?
take a
Are
trip,
we
guys.
afraid for
I
the
want to,
Cowboys
man. Take a
trip. I
going
wanna
into the playoff
I
run?
want to, man.
I would say 4 for right now.
Afraid for?
Definitely 4.
Okay, because I mean, to me, is I'm not going to say that the defense has been playing consistently, week in, week out, so we ain't even got to worry about that. Offensively, I'm not gonna lie, Tony Pollard showing up.
They need to play Tony more. I understand Zeke got the bag.
Zeke
The offense looks way more explosive when Tony's out there and he's the running.
Yeah, he's going in, and then what I want to see, but I'm not seeing, is consistency from CeeDee Lamb. We look at Jamar Chase, we look at Justin Jefferson, we see that type of play, and I originally thought CeeDee Lamb was going to be that.
Yeah. He all right, so when Cooper Rush was in there, he wasn't really getting the ball like that. He had a down game this game against the Texans, but he had a couple of big games lately. CeeDee Lamb, I got him in a couple of fantasy leagues. He's actually the number 9 wide receiver in the fantasy right now. Mm-hmm. So his numbers are very decent. They just aren't comparable to the upper echelon receivers, i.e. Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams.
Jamar Chase.
They're in just a different league. But CeeDee Lamb, he's emerging.
Right.
I will say this: Cowboys have a pretty good. The last 4 games are pretty favorable for the Cowboys.
Right.
They got a good last 4 games, so I think CeeDee Lamb has a chance to put up some big numbers going into the playoffs.
Shout out to all you Cowboy fans. What's going on? Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, because I know Cowboy fans are going crazy. Speaking of Cowboy fans, did anybody see the argument with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp?
Oh my goodness, must see TV.
We're not gonna get
Skip. You very disrespectful.
Skip.
You made Shannon take them glasses off on you, bro. Like,
Listen,
Shannon got mad.
I'ma tell
Shannon
you.
hit the high voice on him. What? Hey, look. Shannon was mixing the high voice with the man deep voice on. Like, hey,
I think
it was getting
that,
personal.
Yeah,
they ain't had no moderator neither.
Nah, I think that
They ain't had no moderator neither. That's played a big part in it too, because the moderator was
normally shut it down. Yeah, I think in real life the idea is, Skip and Shannon have a pretty good relationship, but in the end, when you say Tom Brady and you compare Tom Brady to Shannon Sharp, top 5
tight ends
ever. Period.
He told Skip, like, what you talking about, man? I'm in the Hall of Fame. I'm in the effing Hall of Fame. I got 3 Super Bowls. Like,
3.
you talk about me like I'm a
2 different teams.
First of all, why are you comparing a tight end to a quarterback anyway?
Why would you do that? That was just his mistake.
Quarterback is the most protected protected position in the NFL. A tight end is one of the most brutal positions to play in the NFL.
Right.
Because literally you're blocking over
Everybody.
50% of the time.
Everybody.
And if you're not blocking, you
running.
you blocking and then releasing.
Right.
So I mean, you got so much physical contact on every play, man. Against edge rushers, against 300-pound men, you might have to help chip block. Like, come on, Skip.
Right.
Of course, he's not gonna play to 45 like Tom Brady, who's the most protected player in NFL history.
Right. And he also went through some rough times. Now, Jay, real quick, while we got a second, and I was going to bring this up earlier. Speaking of tight ends, let's name some really good tight ends for the people. And I know you have a better. See, you've seen a little bit more football than me. But I'm gonna throw one out there. You know what I'm saying? One of the guys I really respected, and it probably doesn't get a lot of love. Jeremy Shockey, I thought was a really good tight end.
It was decent.
You know,
It was decent. When I think of tight ends,
thinking of Antonio Gates. That was another one.
That
was another one.
He's I think that's my most underrated one. He's the one that people tend to forget about. You know, people that say Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah. Tony G.
Rob Gronkowski.
Definitely Gronk.
You know what I'm saying?
Gronk.
Travis Kelce just got the 10,000 yards. He's the youngest receiver.
He's gonna be
youngest tight end to get the 10K.
Yeah, Travis Kelce
in the
gonna be
quickest
around for
amount of time.
Right.
But yeah, people forget about Shannon Sharp a lot too. But hey, man, Shay, man, hey, look.
Yeah, he was nice. Now
he got down with that Tatum, man.
Now you know old school football.
And still in that gym.
You gotta think about old school football. They like to talk about what's my man name? Kellen Winslow Sr.
Yeah,
for the Chargers.
Okay. Let me see.
His son would have been a beast if he just wasn't a knucklehead. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Name us another one, Jay. Who else you thinking tight end was?
I mean, Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah. Tony G.
Oh man.
The Chiefs, boy, they'll keep a tight end.
Yeah, I'm about to say Chiefs had like Tony Gonzalez like half of his career, right?
Him and Kelce, man, they got 2 of the top 5 all time.
Yeah. Algie Crumpler. Y'all forgot about Algie Crumpler?
Oh yeah, I did.
For Algie Crumpler for the Falcons used to catch a ball or two. You know what I'm saying?
For a little second, Greg Olsen was
all
right.
What's my man name? Been for the the Cowboys mascot forever.
Mascot?
Well, he was in Dallas forever.
You mean Jason Witten?
Yeah, Jason Witten.
Okay,
Jason Witten. Jason Witten going to the Hall of Fame.
Give him his props. Yeah, I give him his props.
Jason Witten's definitely a Hall of Fame tight end.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? When another tight end that kind of
Mark Andrews kind of emerging. I'm gonna give him his respect.
Right.
I think of ones in the league who got a bag. Yeah, Mark Andrews, he emerging. And I'm interested.
Right.
Okay, I got a question.
What's up?
Impromptu. Kyle Pitts was the latest tight end drafted in the first round. A whole lot of hype around him. Do you think he's going to live up to that tag? Do you think that he's going to eventually, when
Kyle
it's all said and done, be maybe a top 10
the
tight end?
Seahawks?
No, Atlanta Falcons.
Kyle Pitts. Yeah, okay, yeah, that. No, who was that for the Seahawks? I'm thinking about the guy Noah Fant. That's what I'm thinking
Okay,
about.
he got you.
All right, but yeah. Kyle Pitts is right there on that hybrid.
Yeah,
where he
I really think he's a receiver.
I'm about to say he doesn't even block.
Him in a receiver, man.
He doesn't even block. He very rarely.
He runs a lot of routes.
Yeah, he runs a lot of routes. He very rarely lines up on, like, you know what I'm saying, when they do the I formation, he's on either side of the guard. Like traditional tight ends are. They normally have him off the line the majority of the time, running routes against your second or third best cornerback or your safety if they manning up or something like that. So yeah, I really see him like I said, a hybrid. He's that in between. He's a tight end. He's big enough to be a tight end, but he runs wide receiver routes. Yeah. He's big enough to block somebody, but he more than likely just blocks and releases so he can get away. You know,
he got elite speed. I want to see the Falcons utilize him in a different way.
He ain't George Kittle, bruh. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, he's just not as physical. I don't get the physical aspect of the tight end position from him, but I get the finesse.
Yeah, he got that finesse now.
Playmaking ability from him.
That boy be finessing.
He had I think a season-ending injury, so we'll see. But hopefully he gets utilized the right way. I wish he was there because Desmond Ridder is starting to go down.
Oh man,
starting quarterback now, so maybe
one more shout out to Freeport. Freeport is also an Atlanta Falcons fan. I know he should be excited about
pull up to the game on the 31st, man. Come on.
You know, Desmond Ridder is out here. You know what I'm saying? Once again, Desmond Ridder's drafted straight out of the Natty, Cincinnati, and you know what I'm saying?
Put him in there too.
Marcus Mariota is a serviceable quarterback. I think Marcus Mariota is
he's a really good backup.
He's a really good he's a really good space filler. And I'm not saying that Marcus Mariota can't do well, but I also think it's also predicated on what the offense wants him to do. Marcus Mariota doesn't do what they want him to do, but Desmond Ridder might. Like, we got to see what it looks like.
We get to see 4 games of Desmond Ridder. You know, let's be honest, the Falcons are still in play for this NFC South division. It's wide open. You know, if we're looking at those standards, look, the Bucs 6-7,
right?
Falcons 5-8, Panthers 5-8, Saints 4-9. Any other 4 teams can win it. It's wide open.
It's wide open, and
so Desmond Ridder
and somebody
come in and
somebody
actually
with
quarterback them to a division win.
Right, and somebody with a record under 500 is going to get into the playoffs.
From there, yeah.
Most
they're going to
likely.
be one and done. Though whoever wins that division gets smacked around by whoever that wild card team they playing.
Now let's talk about something that we before we go on to the next thing, because of course we got to talk about some basketball coming up. Jay on the MIC, you my dog, bro. As we can see, the Commanders 7-5-1. Is that correct? Right now, like
yeah, I think
the outlook for y'all is actually pretty good with Taylor Heineke under center. Like, how do you feel recently? With these last few years of what's going on as far as him being the starting quarterback.
Let's keep going.
Come on, man. Talk about.
No, what I'm saying is let's keep the momentum going.
Let's keep the momentum going.
Yeah.
Let's let him continue to play.
Of course. I mean, that's Wentz he's been named the backup. So let's just keep it going.
Right where he belong.
Well, I mean, Carson Wentz. And I'm one of those guys, man. Carson Wentz should have a little bit of momentum to do better, but he just continuously shows why he's not starting quarterback in the NFL right now.
He got plenty of chances. I mean, you had the Eagles, then you had the Colts, then you had DC. I will say this though, I think from the beginning, my boy Ron Rivera really didn't wasn't feeling Wentz, so maybe he didn't get a fair shake in Washington per se. But I think in my eyes he did, because he was named the starter. But clearly Tyler Heineke is a better quarterback, got a better grasp of the offense, and when he got inserted, the offense it changed.
Right.
So I see the leadership of Tyler Heineke. To be real with you, the way the Commanders started off with Wentz, I thought they were going to be one of the worst bottom teams, but Tyler got inserted and they turned it around.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Robinson healthy, got one of the best run games in the league, if you ask me, between Gibson and Robinson. They committed to the run. Hopefully my boy Chase Young can come back and get healthy and give them another playmaker on the defensive side to go along with Allen. So we'll see.
Okay. And I think we got a game we're going to play.
Yeah, basically NFL Who Is It? This is, like we did in basketball last time.
Right. Okay.
I'm going to name basically 5 players, top 5 in a category.
Okay.
And then you're going to y'all going to basically figure out who's not. Who is it that doesn't belong?
Okay, so don't forget, while we playing NFL Who Is It, might as well like, share, and subscribe. Put your guesses into the comment section. Let us know if you know who Jay on the MIC is talking about right now. Jay, what you got first?
All right, so we're gonna start with rushing. All right, so this is the top 5 rushers, and this is in yards, right?
Right.
All right, so the top 5 rushers in yards will be Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb, Saquon Barkley, Dalvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook.
We saying who
does not belong?
Who does not belong?
Who does not belong?
Dalvin Cook.
Henry.
Dalvin Cook.
I'm gonna say Henry doesn't belong.
It's Dalvin Cook. Henry number 2 behind Jacob.
Is it? Oh, dang, you might be right.
I got one right.
Saquon?
Trevor got it right.
This is the first one I got right.
All
ever.
right, okay.
Let me get a little quick one.
All right,
This
so
might be my night.
Get a quick on these answers.
This might be my night.
Sweat with the ones.
we're gonna go with passing.
Okay.
All right.
All right, so I would say the top 5 passers:
Right.
Patrick Mahomes,
Right.
Justin Herbert,
Right.
Tom Brady,
Right.
Josh Allen,
Uh-huh.
Geno Smith.
And we talking yards
Tom
yards.
Brady.
Yards.
Tom
Also
Brady.
on yards.
Okay.
Tom Brady.
Geno.
Josh Allen, Geno,
Smith.
Josh Allen, Geno, Tom Brady,
All right, but who's missing?
Who's missing? Oh, Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua. Yeah.
I should have made this a 2-part, but it's actually Joe Burrow.
Wow.
Oh, he said who missing? Oh man, I
Is it
didn't-
Tua? It's not Tua and Joe Burrow. It's just Joe Burrow.
I didn't know that's how it
Tua
was,
isn't
man.
even in the top.
Okay, Tua leading in passer
he's
rating.
probably like top
He's leading in
Wow.
passer rating.
Yeah, I'm about to say Geno.
I thought he was leading.
Geno leading in everything else, right? That's
I
why
thought
he's so
Tua
good.
was top 5 in pass. Just
It's
'cause-
Mahomes, Herbert, Burrow, Brady, Allen.
Ooh,
Okay.
Brady
No
over
Geno.
Allen?
God,
Man.
dog. He Geno doing something with his life. Shout out to Geno Smith.
All right, so
bad.
the game is who's missing or who doesn't
is
belong.
it? It doesn't belong.
Okay.
Okay.
You said
So who
did
didn't belong in that 5 just now?
It was Geno Smith.
That didn't belong.
Right.
I said Geno, so do I get a
Did
point?
Geno? Did
Oh yeah, you did say Geno.
you
Yeah,
did. You did say Geno.
1 and
All
1.
right, so we're gonna go with receiving.
Okay.
All right, so
It's receiving yards, not touchdowns, right?
it's gonna be yards.
Okay.
You know what? Nah, we're gonna go with receptions.
Okay.
Receptions.
Receptions.
That's kind of hard.
Right.
Who catches the ball more?
All right, so receptions. We're gonna go with we got Tyreek Hill,
Mm-hmm.
Justin Jefferson,
Mm-hmm.
Stephon Diggs,
Mm-hmm.
Austin Eckler, Devontae Adams.
I want to say maybe it's Tyreek because he got more yards. He catches the ball less, but gets the most yards for every time he touches the ball.
Who's
Austin
the-
Eckler.
No, Eckler in there.
Eckler in there. He
catching so
catches the ball a
He
lot.
got like 85 receptions.
I'm gonna stick with Tyreek. Tyreek got the most yards, but he don't. He
What
don't
was
get,
the,
he
all
don't
right,
get
so
the
it's
most
Tyreek,
touches.
Devontae, Eckler, who else? Justin Jefferson, who else?
Tyreek.
Diggs. Oh, I'm going with Stephon Diggs.
All right.
I think that
I'm
Diggs
going
get a
with
lot
Diggs.
of. I think Diggs get a lot of touches, but it doesn't get the yards.
So you say,
I said Eckler.
and everybody saying somebody different, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, all of y'all are wrong.
Dang, who was it?
Justin Jefferson.
That is the actual top 5. I'm sorry, I just had to do it.
Oh,
So-
okay. Oh, that's all of them actually belong.
Yeah.
So
Oh, it was nobody.
They all belong. In the top 5.
Dang, that was a good one.
that was a trick.
That was a good one. Okay.
All right, so the toughest one, well, I think, we're gonna go with interception. It's gonna be the last one.
Okay.
All right, so it's gonna be C.J. Gardner Johnson,
Okay.
Tariq Woolen, Harrison Smith, Jair Alexander, and Minka Fitzpatrick, who doesn't belong.
in the
Harrison
interception.
Smith.
Interceptions.
I'm about to say Minka got like
Jair
3 or
Alexander.
4.
Jair Alexander.
It's not. I don't want to say it's Minka, but I might have to go with Minka because I don't think it's more.
Boy from Seattle.
So he
balling
got
out.
4
Wooden
picks?
balling out.
Y'all all got different answers
Definitely.
again.
I say Smith.
I seen him.
Jair
catch at least
Alexander.
2. I said Jair first though.
Yeah.
All right, well, all y'all wrong again.
Dang.
Micah.
It's Minka Fitzpatrick, and
You
then
had it right.
and is Von Bell
Ah.
actually is in his place. He's one back. He's number 6.
Oh.
Fitzpatrick's number 6.
Yeah, okay. Well, he's still up there. Shout out to the Steelers.
Von
man.
Bell's number 5.
How much the
Von Bell,
first
Ohio
one
State.
got?
What's happening?
How much?
C.J.
Wood?
Gardner Johnson got 6.
Okay.
What Wood got from
They
Seattle?
tied
got
for
6?
6.
Okay, I know
Five
you
or
had a
6.
bunch.
Okay.
So that's one.
None.
I ain't got nothing. I'm out here goose egg, baby.
All right, so
Was the tiebreaker?
yeah, we're gonna go with the tiebreaker here. All right, easy. In yards.
Total yards.
Yeah, total yards and rushing.
Mm-hmm. And total yards in rushing.
Who doesn't belong?
Who ain't got it?
We're gonna go with who doesn't belong.
Who doesn't belong?
Actually, hold on. Thought Joe had 2. I should have kept score, man.
I got one.
Okay.
was 5.
It was 5 questions. All right, you asked a trick question where it really wasn't knowing.
Nobody got it.
That's
Everybody.
what it was.
Mm.
All right. So
That's what we felt like when it was nobody.
Yeah, it was like, what? I'm trying to win.
so we gonna go with. We ain't gonna go no ties.
Nah, we going with the tiebreaker. Let's get rushing touchdowns. Let's see what other category we could do. Pancakes.
Yeah.
Sacks. Ooh, dude, so,
Sacks. Yeah, I'm about to say sacks. Defensive.
I don't know. What
You
Cause I did everything.
Oh, well.
you did interceptions. Let's do sacks.
Tight ends.
We can do sacks.
Good tight. Y'all know I like tight ends. Come on, tight ends.
All right. We're gonna go with sacks.
Okay.
Nah, we're not gonna go with sacks.
I'm not gonna
Why
go
not?
with. That's a giveaway.
Yeah.
It's a given.
No, it's not.
Since you losing, you pick.
Yeah. Let's go with Yeah. Let's go with tight end touchdowns.
Nah.
Sacks. All right, do sacks. Come on, let's go.
All right, yeah.
Let's go ahead. We got to get the show.
All right, so we're gonna go with Nick Bosa, Matthew Judon, Myles Garrett, Micah Parsons, and man, I think I done messed up on this one, bro.
Uh-oh.
That's what I should have got. That's what I got. Oh, Chris Jones. I think about what I did the first time when I didn't.
They all in the top 5. What y'all think?
Oh no.
If you know the answer to this
Nick
question,
Bosa.
don't forget to put this in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe. Go ahead and tell us who you
you
think.
said Chris Jones,
Do you think Jay is messing with us again?
Chris Jones,
Hey,
Judon,
everybody's
Matthew
in there?
Judon, Nick Bosa. Who's the other two?
Garrett and
Myles Garrett and
Micah.
I'm going with Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett is
Bosa.
This Judon got. I think Judon leads the
Matthew
league right now.
Judon is out here beasting.
Yeah,
I'm
he
pretty
had
sure.
last night on Monday Night Football, he went crazy.
Yeah, man.
I forgot good on Max Crosby, man.
I mean,
That's
it's
who's
not,
missing out of the
TJ
top
TJ
5.
Watt's not in there
And
this year.
Chris Jones was not in the top 5.
Okay, gotcha.
Got you. Okay, great job, Jay. I like that
Going in
game.
with a tie, baby.
Okay, so
I see him next time, Sweat.
all right, so then we got NFL.
I'm
pick
good. I'm
six.
good with my one.
You good with that one?
Out of 100 other questions.
One versus, that's why I
Like
figured
1 in
I was
100.
it's gonna be hard to-
They got one. They got one
I
versus
never
one.
get the question right.
I mean, I shoot. Look at me. So then we got NFL pick 6, man. What we gonna do with that one?
All right, with the NFL pick 6. All right, I definitely have to keep
Tally.
scroll with this one.
Mhm.
And this is nothing that no one's gonna win today. We're gonna start. I would say at the end of basketball, football seasons, we'll pretty much be the winner. From all the picks,
Mhm.
everything college basketball, it could be a pick 6 basically all across the board.
Right.
So I would say at the end of all the seasons actually current right now, we'll have a winner, right? So I'm gonna pick 6 games. And everybody's gonna basically pick their winner, and then we're gonna do it from there. So the first game is gonna be this week. Cowboys. Yes, Cowboys and the Jags.
I'm picking Cowboys. No disrespect to the Jags. I think Jags are gonna run for their money though.
I'm running with the. I'm running with the Jags, man. Let's go.
I'm running with the Jazz, man. Let's go.
Go, man.
We're gonna go Cowboys, Jags.
Them some expensive seats out there in Jacksonville too. They ain't
Cowboys, Jazz, Cowboys.
Hmm?
You in this too, boy?
What's your pick?
I mean, man, sir.
Yeah, that was kind of.
Who your pick, boy?
I'm gonna go. I'm going with Cowboys.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
All right.
It's even. It's even.
Underdogs out here in the streets.
All right, so we got 2 for Cowboys, 2 for the Jags, right?
Yep.
All right. We're gonna stay in the NFL.
We gonna slide in the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
Right. Y'all
Hey, y'all got a chance though.
Y'all
We
got
gonna
a
know that, baby.
Right. Yeah. Right. Somebody got to do it up, y'all. Somebody got to do it. And y'all, that's how y'all get in there. That's how y'all get in there. What's another one, Jay? You got another
Titans got another.
Hey, we
one.
might win the division.
That's what I said. Y'all got a chance to win the division. Titans in turmoil right now. Firing GMs.
So we're gonna stay in the division.
Okay.
Excuse me, in the sport. We're gonna stay in NFL.
Right.
And we're gonna go with my team.
Okay.
Washington Commanders against the Giants. We got the Commanders at home. I'm sure we're picked to win. I would give you the odds, but I mean,
I'm going Commanders. Saquon ain't healthy.
Saquon is never healthy.
Hey, shout out to Saquon. I ain't that.
Yeah, no, Saquon Barkley.
I ain't
Listen, I'm a big Saquon Barkley fan, so I always think, in my opinion, he always comes back too early because he wants to play.
Running him into the dirt.
Right.
Hey, man, come on.
He always come back too.
Go to your
Too
receivers.
early,
And Daniel Jones not the answer.
Daniel
Go
Jones.
sign OBJ. Giants, go sign OBJ. Okay.
I thought that's what it was going.
Cowboys when they got T.Y. Hill and the Bills when they signed Cole Beasley.
Wow.
Go sign OBJ. Y'all like the last team
Listen.
on his list that he want to go to.
Listen, I was looking at it
before
like,
y'all get eliminated out of
how do you go from possibly signing OBJ to signing T.Y. Hilton? I don't know.
Because OBJ ain't healthy.
Yeah, I was about to say because OBJ isn't projected to be on the field until
The
playoff time.
They like, look, we need somebody in here now.
Yeah, we need you in here now. We need CD needs help. CD defense. That's what we need. All right.
So moving on.
Hold on, y'all pick. Hold on. You pick? Who you pick?
My bad.
I pick Commanders.
Who you pick with?
I'm going with the Commanders on this one as well.
Who you pick, Jay?
You already
I think it's a royal flush.
All right, everybody got Commanders going on.
All right, we got Kawhi Leonard out here playing on these courts these days, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, so we're gonna go into the NBA, and then I'm gonna go with the Minnesota tomorrow night on ESPN. We're gonna do Minnesota and the Clippers.
Clippers.
No Carl
George playing?
No Carl Anthony Towns. Right?
I was
No John Wall.
Right.
John Wall here right now.
John Wall just not balled out in Washington though. I just shout out to John Wall because they gave him like a standing ovation when he made his return back to.
Oh, he
to
might
the
do
team.
be back.
Yeah, he just balled out like I don't want to say that's Friday or Saturday.
I know he did.
The Clippers just beat the Celtics. They're definitely going to beat them.
I saw Kawhi Leonard at the 49ers game hugging Jerry Rice. So I'm going with the Clippers. Who you got?
You already picked?
Oh, yeah.
Clippers.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Clippers. I think Kawhi will be enough. Even though I think I'm gonna be wrong. No, hold on. Who all got Clippers?
I got the Clippers.
Everybody got Clippers?
PG and Kawhi or just Kawhi
That's what
by
I'm trying to say. I don't
himself?
know if
Yeah.
PG healthy.
Yeah, they
Oh,
played.
George.
John Wall.
They all played
2 out of 3
against the
Y'all played-
Celtics. And
I'm
beat
I'm
them
going
like
Clippers.
bad.
I'm going Clippers.
Okay, well,
Beat them real good.
Yeah, if it's the 3 of them, then I'm going with them boys too,
I
man.
learned my lesson.
I'm
I'm
going
gonna
with
actually have a rundown on what's going on with the game.
I can't bet on Kawhi. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody can.
Can't. I will. I'm gonna go with the Timberwolves. I think Ant-Man
Hey,
gets it going. Gobert. You know. So
Rudy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with just to see if I can go
I got you.
up. Y'all stay down.
I got you.
Just
Got
see
you.
what we can do here.
Okay,
I got you,
I'm
logo.
gonna go with Timberwolves.
I got you, logo Lillard.
right.
Yep. All right.
Yeah, I got to get the shirts, man. That's a lot of money on that one.
So
Okay.
this is number 4.
Number 4.
All right. What was I just thinking about here? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to have y'all waiting for this.
Suspenseful. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Every time we got one of these games and we looking at you and we seeing down at the bottom in the comments that you are picking the right winners, I got some Kraken Iced Tea with your name on it. Don't forget the sponsor, Kraken Iced Tea, is in our stores locally. We're talking KRAQINICEDTEA. Go look that up on Instagram. Don't forget to add them on Instagram. Don't forget to take a picture when you buy some Kraken Iced Tea. Shouts out to the Piggly Wiggly on Columbia Road. Shouts out to Midtown Market in Columbia, South Carolina.
Yeah.
Shouts out to the Piggly Wiggly out there on the drive down John C. Calhoun. And there's a couple of other places. Big shouts out to Philly Special as well for having a couple of them over the past weekend as well. 50 Cent wing, baby. 50
Shout out to
Cent
Philly
wings.
Special.
Yeah, 50 Cent wings.
So I got
You know what?
And the
types of
9.
flavors.
Shout out to the
Might
9.
be another sponsor right
We
there.
just had a big party. Shout out to the 9.
Hey man,
So I
hook
got
us up with a little 50 piece.
That was it?
Show, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? We're gonna pay
For the bowl
that thing.
game.
I'm good.
For the championship game.
Yes, and we're gonna be talking about our favorite flavors.
We can do that.
Wow.
Number 4.
Go.
Matchup. We're gonna go with Cleveland and Dallas.
Wow.
Talking NBA.
Yep.
All right.
Sorry, we're staying in the NBA.
All right. So Luka is on a tear. I told y'all last week, I think every time I come on the TV, Luka got 41 points, 9 assists,
Hey,
11 rebounds, something stupid. So I'm going, and they're comparing his usage right now to like that James Harden MVP season when James Harden had the ball and all he was doing was being James Harden. James Harden did everything except for rebound. Luka is rebounding, so I'm going with Luka and Dallas on that
Hey
one.
man, he got a sidekick Tim Hardaway Jr. back. With all that being said, I'm going with Cleveland.
Spencer
Too
Dinwiddie.
deep.
Shout out to
They're
Spencer
too
Dinwiddie
deep
out here.
in
Yeah.
Cleveland.
I'm
They're
going
too
with
deep.
Cleveland also, man.
I'm interested to see Spider and Luka go at it though.
Yeah.
Spidey
That's what's gonna come down to.
Yeah.
and
And
them
I
three-
think he
and
might
that-
get
and
one more 3 over
Yeah.
Luka.
That defense
One more three.
that defensive Cleveland is scary though. But
That's
I'm
what
still
I'm saying.
gonna
That
stick with
interior defense, man, with Jared Allen. It's just so deep, man. Kevin Love out there. Don't forget about Darius Garland.
Don't forget about the old school, man.
And that's
Old
why I
head.
think teams be forgetting about him.
Yeah, they so focused on Spider now that
Yeah.
this man backcourt teammate is all-star too. And we'll give you a 28 real quick.
I'm going with
Gotta
Luka.
make a move.
I'm gonna go with Luka.
Right.
Definitely gonna go with Luka.
Luka.
Word.
I want to see Spider step up on defense to set that
So we
challenge.
got a
That's
50-50
gonna
on
be a
that
good
one.
All right, so we'll take it over into college basketball, and then
Can we do Duke UNC?
wow.
Yeah, when the time comes, you already know them big Tar Heels
We are
coming.
not about to start that
Tar
conversation,
Heels
fellas.
coming, baby.
We got a whole half a show to do, fellas. We're not going to start that argument right now.
Yeah, please, man. All right, so I'm gonna go with. Here we go.
Yep.
All right, so we're gonna go with man, I done lost this jump. Where you at? Okay. We're gonna go with Miami of Ohio
Mm-hmm.
at Cincinnati. College basketball. Right.
The Natty.
Cincinnati.
We're going with the Natty. Miami of Ohio. The Falcons, I believe. The Falcons. I'm going to go with the Natty, though. Say Bearcats. What's happening? Bear down.
I'm going with Miami. I'm going Miami of Ohio.
Wow.
I'm
they
going
going?
Cincinnati.
Bear down.
Cincinnati.
Right. Everybody's gonna do that. All right. So last pick. One more.
Uno.
Hockey.
We're gonna
Dos.
do number 16 UCLA at number 20 Maryland. Tomorrow night, 9. Maryland's playing at home.
UCLA.
I'm going. I'm thinking about Steve Blake. Back in the day, man, Steve Blake was raw, one of the illest small white point guards to ever touch the basketball. Big shouts out to Steve Blake. I can't think of the guy's name who was the power forward on their team, but they was like stupid together. Him and Steve Blake.
Terrapins.
I just had it.
Maryland playing who now?
The UCLA.
What's his
UCLA.
name?
I'm just
I'm
going.
going UCLA.
I'm gonna go on nostalgia, and I'm gonna go with Maryland. So big shouts out to Steve Blake. Steve Blake, what it do though? You know what I'm talking about? Did Steve Blake got a ring?
If y'all can
Steve Blake
figure
got
out
it right.
the other name of the other
Other player that played with Steve Blake.
you get another crack into
Right, you get
Juan
another
Dixon?
crack in IC. I'm telling
Juan
you.
Dixon?
Nah, not
This is
the
the power
not Juan
forward,
Dixon.
you
Yeah, the power
just
forward.
go-
What's my man's name? Chris
Yeah.
Wilcox.
I ain't gonna lie,
Ben.
I was thinking Dixon.
Yeah, no, Juan Dixon
But
was
you
was
definitely
two.
My
give
bad.
him
I
that.
thought you forgot you said power forward.
You definitely
yeah.
gave him that.
Yeah, Chris Wilcox was out here
You said if
balling.
they guess it in the comments.
Oh yeah, well
I'm
still,
sorry.
Dang. Whoops.
You said it, but
I did.
I just jumped up. I was too busy reading.
If
I
you
definitely thought
if
you
you
was talking
remember
about
who,
Dixon,
if
though.
you could tell me where Chris I know this one. If you could tell me where Chris Wilcox went when he got drafted, I know exactly where he went. So put that in the comments. Don't and you go Google it.
Yeah,
That's
you get
cheap.
a crack and ice.
You get a crack and iced tea. I got one.
A
I got a
pack.
pouch. I got a pouch with your name on it. I
pack
promise.
on there.
All you gotta do is find me.
Yeah.
So I like that one, Jay. I like that one. Okay. Pick 6. Tell us who wins next week when we get back, and we're gonna go. We're gonna move on. We're moving on.
It's the Red League.
Oh man. Oh, the rec league was alive and jumping this weekend, boys. I'm telling you, this losses,
For this segment of the
wins.
show, I'll be on the couch.
We had some wins, we had some losses in the rec league. I think it was actually a rather good weekend. A lot of waiver, a lot of wire to wire wins.
Nah, fuck that.
A lot of wire to wire wins happened. I'm just gonna keep it like that. Let's keep it funky. Well, let's keep it real, man. Like
So close, but yet so far.
you know what I'm saying? Sunday service, man. Greatest incarnate, man. I'm telling you, that was a good one right there. Look at this. Like once every 394. Sweat took a little L, man. Cheat code and run amok. I'm telling you, I don't know how, but
It went down to the wire. I wasn't supposed to win this one, honestly, bro. T. Higgins. First of all, Cincinnati, if he wasn't healthy, y'all shouldn't have just not even let this man play. This man played one play.
and then he came out
0
right.
points.
Everybody in the fantasy world was mad about that too, Joe. So you're not alone.
Crazy.
I'm telling you.
But I still squeaked that one out, man. But I needed some help, man. Donald lost, bro. I ain't free.
I really feel like Freeport took advantage.
You always do that with that sound.
Did Freeport take advantage?
Of what? I'm sorry.
Yeah, Freeport. Oh, so we got SC Inferno.
Yeah, he
113-82. He lost.
Yeah.
Oh dang! All right,
He lost to Sam.
Oh man,
it's like I lost to you, man.
Oh man, Jay, look, hey, that's straight out of Tomlin. 186. All right, so like RPG,
Hey,
I'm gonna tell you,
you got hot at the end. When you start paying attention, your team.
I'm gonna tell you what's happening right now with me. I am watching waivers like a mug, and I'm like, who's playing next week? Because I got to pick up somebody else. And a lot of the times right now, I'm funneling in players that are probably gonna be doing better.
That McKinnon pickup was big for you.
What? I was like, Jared McKinnon. I just told Jay on the MIC the same story. Like I was literally looking at another game, and I was like, man, I'm looking at my phone. Man, he ain't doing nothing. And then it cut to the play, and he went for like 56 yards on a flea flicker on accident from
that crazy pass.
Yeah, from Mahomes, and out of nowhere, boom, he gets like 34 points or something stupid. So big shouts out to me for that pickup on the waiver wire. Jay was a great opponent. Persons of color and Chill Belichick. Yeah, so who changed their name to Persons of Color?
He was Cancun last week.
I'm not gonna diverse. Whatever.
Okay, so
I'm not about to get into that.
Big shouts out to Kareem. You know what I'm saying? Kareem would do though. You know what I'm saying? Grace Skull, what's going on? Shout out to you. Yeah,
me too, baby.
Sauce with it, dude.
What's going on, baby?
We got plenty more where that came from this coming week, and the winners of the money is happening as well.
It's gonna be a good sweep. Be taking it off.
We already got one that won 2 things already. Remember this league had you get a cash prize for most points.
Wow.
Cash prize for best record.
Wow.
And the cash prize for the championship.
Wow.
So, that was the end of the regular season when it comes to fantasy. So, we already got B. Will, which is great incarnate. He actually got both of them. He got the best record. I got the same record, but he had more. He beat me. Yeah, he won that. And this was a head-to-head, so he actually got that. And he also got the most points.
How many points he finished with?
2,253.98.
How many? Go back to them points. Who was second and third?
Second and third.
It was kind of close.
All right. Second would be
you, right? No. RPG 2000.
Oh yeah, that right side all wrong. The right side wrong.
It's not in order.
It's not in order.
The right side wrong. Left side right, but the right side wrong.
Gotcha.
Okay,
I'll look into it.
But at the same time,
man, shout out to B. Will, boy. Hey, look, boy, that hurts. AJ Brown stack is crazy.
Yeah.
Now that I'm on the couch, man, I'm gonna still play in a consolidation bracket and try to bring that thing home. It's gonna be me and Witt in the championship in the consolidation.
That's what I see what's happening.
But I'm gonna be interested in watching the playoffs. B. Will with a bye week. Sweat with a bye week. Big first round matchups. Cheat code, you out of here.
Now we got
you out of here.
We got RPGs on the table right now. So how you feel? How confident do you feel in your matchup this week, sir?
There's a lot going on my team, man. We struggling with the health. bug, man.
Dang, Jay against
The injury
Freeport.
bug is killing us. But man, I don't know, man. I hope. Well, Freeport has Aaron Jones. He's been depending on him for a very long time.
Yes, he has.
Not just this season. So, another Aaron Jones day. His day depends on Aaron Jones, and it's just funny because there's so many days of matchups I've said like Aaron Jones when it comes to Freeport. All about Aaron Jones, whatever he does, and he has a lot of other heat on his team. But I don't know. We'll see what happens.
All right.
I'm not here to
Well, hey man, make sure you keep an eye on us this coming week too, because I see this.
Right.
I see this going into a big playoff spot right now, and of course we got to see exactly who's gonna come out on top. Big shouts out to B Will, Greatness Incarnate, out here putting up points, a plethora of points.
I finished second in scoring, bro. Finished second in scoring.
Hey, bruh.
Third.
Yeah, I was scoring like a mug, but hey, man, wins would matter. I started off 1-5, man. Clutched up in the back end of the season, but wasn't enough. 7-7, 500. Wasn't enough. 7th spot. I'm on the outside looking in.
I'm out
6
here.
leagues. It's the only league I ain't made the playoffs in, so I get to focus on my other leagues. But I'm still interested in seeing what happens.
Rookie of the year
if I had
trophy.
To pick a favorite, B Will gonna be my favorite to win it. I'm looking at his team.
Yeah.
It's looking real crazy.
Real
It's
crazy.
just fantasy football. You never know what can happen. Any given Sunday.
Hey man, I just want my rookie of the year trophy because finishing 500 wasn't meant in the
You're
cards.
not a rookie, man. I don't know why you keep.
I'm a rookie in this
you're not a
league.
rookie. Is this Kareem first rodeo with fantasy?
Yeah, now Kareem
the
is the rookie.
Yeah, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Hey fellas,
But
everybody
rookie of
in
the year
league,
though?
I got.
I don't know about rookie of the year.
No.
Definitely
he is
not
the rookie.
of the year. He's
Toilet
he's
bowl shorty.
undrafted. Right, he's undrafted.
Baby cook shorty.
Hey, he's Mr. Irrelevant.
Look,
I think we gotta give rookie of the year.
yeah, I'm saying.
I ain't
man,
gonna lie, yeah, he was balling.
7-7.
I
But
can't.
this ain't his first
most
rodeo.
improved.
First time playing.
Most
So
man.
this is the first time playing in this
Okay,
league.
okay,
Right,
okay.
most
This
improved
league-
trophy
This is
goes to
everybody's
me.
first time playing in this league.
So he's rookie of the year.
I'm the most improved between the beginning of the season and the end of the
he
season.
didn't make the playoffs.
So B Will the rookie of the year then?
Huh?
B Will the rookie of the year?
Either play of the
B
game,
Will,
rookie of the year, the MVP.
we done been in leagues
I'm
with B Will
saying,
with 10
man.
years.
Yeah.
Like, he B
I
Will know
understand what you're saying.
know
He
He
it
ain't
is.
never been in one like this before.
Yeah,
Let's put it that way.
I'm out here though.
He was
That's
a
all I
pretty
want.
competitive league.
That's all I want to say. is
Not
I'm
like
out
this
here.
one.
It was a pretty
I don't
competitive
believe
league.
We was
This was a
competitive.
good league, actually.
He just quit.
Yeah, I did. I quit. I was a lot. It was a lot going on at that time. But hey, I like this one. We did it. I paid attention.
Next year,
I showed
what
up.
y'all think though? Next year, should we expand the league to more than 10 teams, or we keep it 10 teams?
10 teams were pretty productive to me. I think.
I like it.
I'm thinking maybe 12. What y'all think?
As long as we keep the same ones we got.
Well, we gotta add.
I hope everybody come
people.
back. Hey, Vito, come on back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He coming back for sure.
Well, hey, you know what we got to do now,
I
hopefully.
boys.
think everybody else will come back. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know what we
Vito,
got to
come
do
on
now,
back.
boys. Since we talked about a whole bunch of football, got to talk about that basketball, baby. Playing basketball.
All right, I'm off the couch now, guys.
We love that basketball. All right. Anyway, y'all know what time it is, man. The NBA is back in full effect. We are pretty much like a quarter way through the season. The winners are winning and the losers are losing, but the people we thought were going to be winners are also not going to be losers, but they're somehow losing. I don't know if y'all get what I'm saying,
It's so
but
competitive.
I'm telling you, it's not.
It's so
who was at the top is not at the top, and who was at the bottom isn't at the bottom. It's not the same no more. I'm telling you. Let's start on the Western Conference, fellas. Okay, please. Right now, this is kind of turning the basketball world upside down. When you look at it, just like I said, the winners are winning, then the losers are losing. But who you thought was going to be winning isn't doing it. Right now, if you look at the standings, the Warriors are 14-14.
500.
10th in the league.
That's good.
What?
I told you.
What?
I told you
It's gonna be
2 weeks
better.
ago.
What?
I think they're gonna end up turning around, but hey, right now, boy, it'll be a playing team.
Hey,
I
them boys can't win away.
I mean, they can't win
no
away. They're not doing well when it comes to comparing against size. But
They ain't doing well.
too much talent.
Away.
Yeah.
They're winning their home
This
games.
a
Yeah.
case,
they winning at home. They're not doing well away.
I think this is a case where like they just got to figure out what rotation really works. It's to the point where they got so much talent. It's like
They're not
trying to
working
balance
together.
minutes. You're trying to balance egos.
Yeah.
I
I think Steph and Clay and Draymond are starting to not like that idea of trying to play the younger ones more. You know what I'm saying?
I think Draymond.
I think
Steph and I think See, out of all them three, I feel like Dre got the biggest ego out of all of them. I think Clay, you know what I'm saying? I'm coming back off these injuries. I'm feeling like I'm getting back to my old Clay. But at the same time, load management, I don't mind having load management. I feel like Draymond is battling with I need to stay in the NBA fans' mind as an upper echelon power forward. So I need these minutes. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to be scoring like that. So I need these minutes to be facilitating, playing defense, to show my leadership skills. So he don't want to take a back seat to Kuminga or either Winslow. Not Winslow. What's his name? What's the center?
Wiseman.
But
Wiseman's in the G League right now. That's the crazy part.
They be calling him up. He be playing too.
What I saw the other day was on ESPN when they had their game. Draymond making a concerted effort to speak action into the younger players, and he was acknowledging that he is taking more of a responsibility to maneuver on the second team, and I think that's big because Draymond Green came from nothing. You know what I'm saying? Proved he could be a world class defender year in, year out. Perennial not even perennial all-star, perennial defensive player of the year candidate. And then also, you know what I'm saying, 4-time champion. You know what I mean? Like, let's keep it real. Draymond Green deserves his flowers. But the way he plays the game at the position of his size, I think is going to deteriorate faster than the normal rate because, he's already an undersized power forward, period. And then what else can Draymond Green do besides maybe pass? I hate that bounce pass that they do, but that's what he does. Facilitate, but does he score buckets? No, but he does everything else besides score the basket at a high rate. So, I think Draymond Green is doing really good by going to that second team, leading them on the floor, facilitating, and also on the defensive end as well. We're gonna keep it going, man. Let's look up a little bit, okay? Let's keep it funky. When we talking about the West Coast, a lot of times we're not thinking about some of these teams like Sacramento. Let's say the Sacramento Kings at 14-12, the Blazers at 15-12. Jay on the MIC, you got to look up for this one. As we can see, you have a Blazers hat on, sir. Please tell us what you think about a quarter of the way through the season, your outlook on your Portland Trail Blazers.
Just being in fifth is cool. I just want to, like I said, keep it going. I was talking about it earlier. I just want Dame to, extend the energy, so to say. Keep it going. He had an amazing performance, 38 points, 11 3-pointers last night, or the other night. I just want him to just go ahead and take it into, past Christmas, going into the new year.
Oh, yeah, the Christmas games is going to be lit.
Since we are, I don't know, I just start judging things a little bit more from the All-Star break. And I'm kind of also in tune to having that mid-season tournament.
Yeah, that mid-season tournament.
Preseason tournament, right. However they want to do it.
Right. I like
into that now because it's kind of like now it is, to me, kind of boring.
It's something to play for because that mid-season tournament determining like home advantage in their bottom brackets or something like that. Are they going to do something crazy?
I got to look into it, but it's a great idea. NBA's innovative. But it's so competitive to me. This is the most competitive NBA season in decades.
Right, it's spread out. It's not no
every game matters. Like every game matters.
For years and years and years we would watch basketball and go, "Oh, there they go. Well, the Lakers going to win. Oh, there they go. Well, the Celtics is going to win. Oh, there they go.
The talent.
The talent level is
spread out.
Yeah, it's spreading.
Like back in the day, it'd be on each conference. It's only like 5 or 6 teams who has the bulk of talent. But I can't name a team in the NBA who doesn't. It's only maybe 1 or 2 teams who really doesn't have a star. Right. Maybe not a superstar, but you got at least one star.
Speaking of teams with like at least one star, has the Phoenix Suns become the most hated team in the league right now? Because I'm gonna just throw out an example. Everybody talks about Chris Paul in high regard, right? As being
Even Kanye West.
Okay, Chris Paul gets talked about. You stupid. Chris Paul gets talked about in high regard for being one of the best point guards, right?
Yeah, he is one of the best.
But
I ain't gonna lie.
like,
absolutely,
just can't get
everybody else, if you ain't never played with Chris Paul, don't nobody like Chris Paul. Rajon Rondo don't like Chris Paul. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that growing on the Phoenix Suns? Because I've seen Devin Booker arguing with Devin Booker's been arguing with everybody lately. You know what I'm saying?
He been doing that.
Chris Paul hit Jose Alvarado in the jaw the other night. You know, played against the Pelicans.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? So is Phoenix Suns becoming the most hated team in the league?
I feel like
Nah, I don't think they're the most hated.
I think who more hated?
Like nobody liked the bad boy Pistons back in the day. Because they were playing hard and playing well.
I feel like everybody cool with everybody except him. Like everybody else, everybody on Phoenix cool except him. Like to players, league wide. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's something about Chris Paul.
Eventually
he gonna weigh on the team to where the chemistry is gonna be off.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all
the chemistry is off with that team.
Every other team, yeah.
Chemistry's off with that team. First of all, 8 don't even want to be there. Y'all forcing him.
They forcing him to be there.
You know, so that's the thing.
Wait until
with the coach.
Wait until
publicly.
Get something good.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. I feel like it's not a situation of over respect for Chris Paul because he's earned his respect as a player and leader. But when you have such a young star like Booker emerging, I feel like it's a situation where when Wade passed the reins to LeBron, like, no, this is your team now.
Yeah.
Chris Paul need to pass it to Booker, like, yo, this is your team now. I'm still here. I'm still the point guard. Chris Paul not gonna do that. But he needs to do that because that's the veteran. To be real, it's more Devin Booker team than your team, Chris Paul.
Yeah, because and then he's hurt half of the season.
Exactly. When it get time to really win, when it's clutch time, playoff time, where it's game 6, game 7, you always disappear. Now Booker disappeared too in game 7. Everybody disappeared against the Mavericks.
Right.
But Booker has been more clutch than Chris Paul.
Oh man, so like let's keep it funky. The top 3 in the West right now: Pelicans, Grizzlies, Nuggets,
South Carolina boys. Everywhere.
I like it.
First 2.
I like
top
it.
2 killers. Man, the Pelicans right here. Look, bruh. And we had a conversation earlier in the season. About these top 2 teams, Memphis and New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was leaning towards Memphis. And I was saying, yeah, Memphis is a special team, but New Orleans, when they get back healthy and all together, that's going to be a special team too. Right now, Ingram is hurt.
I was just about to say
they're still number 1.
They won 5 out of 6 without Ingram.
Exactly. Zion is really balling and throwing himself into that MVP conversation.
I mean, the idea is Zion's. I think it's like seeing a Volkswagen and then also seeing like a GMC Yukon. A GMC Yukon. You can go. All right, now that the GMC is going 95 on
Army
75, 85 on the highway, but like, are you gonna like throw? What are you gonna throw in front of that GMC Yukon to slow it down? I don't know what.
A Suburban.
Yeah, Suburban.
Big Bourbon. Hey, look. And I love this, man. Not only is Zion from South Carolina, we're gonna always fully support him because we some South Carolina natives for the most part.
He's from Duke University.
Oh, here we go.
He's from upstate South Carolina. He just happened by way of stopping Duke for a couple of times and bless y'all.
Right.
But that's neither here nor there. Check this out though, man. A lot of analysts swore that this man would not be doing what he's doing right now in the NBA. Swore that he was overweight, out of shape. Right. He's not going to stay healthy.
He wasn't going to be able to do that.
Is not going to adjust to the NBA style.
His legs, he's pigeon-toed.
Can y'all just shut the F up? STFU.
Yeah.
Because look what this man is doing. His athleticism and his prowess speaks for itself. And this man can get a bucket outside of the lane. First of all, you can't stop him in the paint at all. Right. Second of all, this man has a midi game. He can get it done. He can rebound. Nobody really wants to get in his way. You see this. I'm seeing grown men like, no, when he's attacking the rim,
they moving out the way.
Make a business decision to let him get his 2 points. You know what I'm saying? This man is a walking bucket, man. Look at his numbers. One of the most proficient scorers in the league right now.
I really felt like it was a part of his maturation. Like, you got money. I can't go to McDonald's. I can't eat KFC. I can, but I can't eat all the time. So I see and I've heard that his diet has changed. He's got a dietitian. So he looks still muscular, but he's lean. He's not as just overweight. So I think that's helping. And then on the flip side, man, we got to give some love to Ja Morant and the Grizzlies, man. He's out here playing MVP caliber basketball, most improved caliber basketball. You know what I'm saying? The Grizzlies as a
Swear.
whole out here playing defense, which the Grizzlies organization has been built around defense, ever since I can remember. And then also going to the third team, the Denver Nuggets, playing out of their minds right now. Jokic, the perennial two-time MVP, two-time, is out there doing the dang on thing, and now he's finally got some backup, with Harris back. But of course, you know what I'm saying. For some odd reason, Murphy, what I'm saying. Kyler Murray, not Kyler Murray, but that's how you know I'm tired. But yeah, Murphy out here doing it. Like it's crazy to see him, kind of still have the same effect on the court for 3 years. But we also saw something similar with Russell Westbrook. So I like that a lot. We're gonna hit the East up real quick, okay? And big surprise, right? Yeah. The Celtics have the best record in the league. At 22 and 7?
We don't really want to talk to you about yourself right now. After this Lakers Celtics game just happened.
I mean, okay,
man.
All right. So
but y'all looking good. Though.
We gonna come back to the Celtics.
Good.
Let's start at 10 like we did before. All right. So at the bottom rung right now we got the Heat at 13 and 15.
What's going on, Miami?
Somebody somewhere in here. So this is a surprise.
Ostra.
This is a surprise. Two things that are surprises me.
Right?
Big behind.
All right.
What are they? 15 and 15 or 13 and 15?
Who Miami, the Heat? The Miami 13 and 15.
Okay.
But then we got the Pacers and the Hawks at 500 apiece with 14 and 14. Pacers and the Hawks. Big shouts out to that DeJounte Murray trade that happened earlier this year.
Definitely,
you know what I'm saying? And then of course we got the big trade, surprise. The big trade from Sacramento to the Pacers. You know what I'm saying? And which involves a player who somehow, some way has like 82 assists and no turnovers.
Who? Tyrese Halliburton.
This is
Tyrese.
That's ridiculous.
He's special right now. He's leading the league in assists.
He's leading the league in assists.
Averaging 11 assists.
And of course, we're gonna try and see the Pacers in the playoffs for the first time in I think about 4 years. Another team jumping up there who we did not expect to be in the top 10. Big shout out to the Knicks right now,
Mr. Westcott. I know you some
right.
Big Brunson.
All right,
not the little
right. 14 and 13. We see Jalen Brunson. The addition of Jalen Brunson and having a real point guard taking effect.
Duke, buddy.
RJ
Barrett.
We go. RJ Barrett.
I ain't sure about RJ right now.
All right,
you got a bag.
We gonna skip over. We gonna skip over them and let's talk about the top 4 teams in the East right now. Really, let's say the top 5: Sixers, Nets, Cavaliers, Bucks, Celtics. Now we know what's going on with the Sixers. We got Joel Embiid. We got James Harden. James Harden is not really doing how he used to do, but he's still
definitely a walking Embiid show.
Still a walking bucket. Still definitely the Embiid show. But one of the biggest stories all season long this far: the Nets, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, Ben Simmons back on the court all at the same time. Is it working? Coach Joey, tell me something.
Dubs.
Look. A lot of people was down on the Nets, but looking at their record, 17 and 12, they getting into their groove. Like I said, Ben Simmons was hurt at the beginning of the season. He's back on the court healthy, getting his legs back up under him. Of course, he's not a scorer, but I mean,
he's doing everything else.
Like you saying, look, defensive guy, locking people down. Early in the season, he was fouling out a lot. He's kind of trying to get that under control, but I mean, facilitating, rebounding. Kyrie. Ever since Nike let him go, he's out here free. Doing numbers, trying to show you like, look, it ain't the shoes, bro. It's me.
Right.
For one, for two, look, whoever gonna be the sneaker company, which I'm hearing him and New Balance are really talking.
Right.
Gonna get a great athlete that's gonna really be a signature sticker to your brand.
And Kyrie gonna have some type
Kawhi
of he gonna have some type of like mental thing going on where it's like the shoes called New Balance. I'm balanced.
This is a new balance to my life.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm Kawhi. I know how to use my left and my right hemisphere, my brain. Like I'm there. He gonna say something. He gonna have something.
Man, shout out to
Kai. Gonna have a song.
Kai doing numbers. One of the most entertaining.
And he balled out in some sketches about a week ago.
Yes, all black sketches. He put back on the Nikes, but blacked out the check and put logo here, and then put "I'm finally free" on the other side. Right. Like, look, man. Kudos to you, young man. And I seen you meet with Saya Collective. Anybody who's a real sneakerhead or into fashion, we know Saya Collective is basically one of the number one black independent clothing gurus in the world.
Right.
Especially in American culture.
Right.
A lot of fire shoes. I got a couple of pairs of shoes. A lot of fire clothing. He actually met with Kyrie and they're discussing business. So man, if Kyrie decides to go the independent route, and go to a black-owned shoe
company.
That would be big. Side Collective also already has a shoe deal with Montrezl Harrell. Montrezl Harrell wears Side Collectives on the court. NBA shoe. I'm hearing
Shout out to
Trez. So it's very possible that him and Kyrie may come to a deal. That'd be big for the
That would be big for the
That'd
culture.
be big for the culture. But I understand if you want to go get that big bag from New Balance.
Kyrie is definitely pro-black, so we know what's going on. Oh, hey, top 3: Cavaliers, Bucks, Celtics. Let's talk about these Cavs real quick. Who would have thought? I did. Spider Mitchell on the court in Cleveland, showing up, showing some love. I really like it. Giannis is still doing Giannis type things. Now he's got some backup. Chris Middleton back, looking healthy as ever. Chris Middleton, shout out to they don't let Chris Middleton talk because he sounds like he's from Charleston. Y'all heard that?
Yeah. Port of God.
They never ever let Chris Middleton talk because he sound geeky on the microphone. That's crazy. And then of course we got the Celtics right now, 22-7. I want to give a big shout out to Jason Tatum. You know what I'm saying, for being a possible MVP candidate and letting us know that he was in his bag over the summer and it's been working. And I'm really looking forward to them, putting on the show and getting back to the Eastern Conference Finals and maybe beyond that as of right now. Jay, top 4 in the NBA right now in the Eastern Conference, man. What's surprising to you?
None of them.
You saw this coming.
Serious, none of them.
I mean,
top 4, none of them.
None of them. Okay. Top 10. Anything surprising? I know you saw your Hawks. The Hawks.
The Heat being at number 10.
I'll say
and the Knicks.
I'm not surprised by the Heat being
Pacers.
number 10.
The Pacers probably.
Yeah.
The Pacers being number 8.
Pacers being number 8.
But that can drop. I think it's more the fact the Bulls is out of it with number 11.
Yeah, okay. I can dig that. I can dig that.
Put it back up real quick, Sweat.
I mean, I'm gonna say what I think is surprising to me.
That Knicks at 6, bro.
What's really surprising to me is somehow that the Knicks at 6, the Bulls out of the top 10, and that the Wizards, not the Wizards, but the Magic aren't somewhere getting higher up on this list.
Bro, got a bunch of power forwards. What you think?
Yeah, everybody's 6'9" and above on the Orlando Magic, bro.
Hey, your new team, the Magic, bro.
I want them to do better. Paulo Banchero is out here getting 28.
And where he from?
Yeah, we know where he's from. We're not gonna have that.
I ain't heard a UNC player yet.
Wow, we're not gonna.
All I'm hitting is Duke players right now.
Listen, like, share, subscribe. Make sure you put in the comments if you like Duke or North Carolina, because we're gonna get to that as soon as college basketball season picks up a little bit. And then what I'm saying. So we already pretty much talked about Zion and his claim to fame right now.
You know what?
Doing the thing as far as getting better on the court. What's going on?
At first, I wasn't a fan of the playing. I was like, "What are they doing with this?"
Tournament.
Maybe they was ahead of their time and could foresee the future in the league. The playing parity is so necessary right now.
Yeah, the parity.
Look, bro, like it's literally when it's all said and done, like teams 10 through 12 in both conferences, you're gonna look at them and be like, those were really good teams, but they didn't get into the playoffs.
Right. And then like it's a lot of them that can, if 1 or 2 wins could swap places with them easily.
Exactly.
So that play-in tournament is necessary. I want to give a shout out to Adam Silver for being innovator of that idea. And then at the same time, big shouts out to the WNBA, because the WNBA's midseason tournament is huge right now. There's a lot of money on the line, and then the NBA is probably following suit with that. So big shouts out to the WNBA for showing us a way to get more interest into the middle of the season, because of course everybody likes, just like Jay said, everybody likes to wait for after the All-Star break. But I need my NBA spicy before the NBA.
And we need our Brittany Griner. We got our Brittany Griner back.
We got
What's up?
Shout out to Biden, man.
The Biden administration
facilitating that, baby.
I can't lie.
Right in time.
I can't lie.
Right in time
it was ready for it to happen, and
Ms. Harris.
I can't wait till Brittany actually gets a chance to decompress and talk about her experiences and the other Americans that are behind the wall over there in Russia. And of course, we'll talk more about that, because we don't like to get political here on the Rick Room podcast. I ain't get
political, but anybody who mad at that trade, tell us why you really mad. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Who wouldn't want to come home? I don't care who you are.
Being back on U.S. soil.
One more clap.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Time coming.
And I'm gonna make a quick joke. If I was an evil supervillain, anything else, okay, and I had a nickname, okay. El Chapo is the short one in Spanish, right?
Yeah.
But if I'm the Lord of War, I don't think nobody gonna mess with me, dog. You can trade me all day long. I trade me for anybody.
Yeah.
Get me out of here.
Quick question though, y'all think she go play basketball again?
I believe she's gonna play again, but it's not gonna be no time soon.
Well, I hope she play again because I think she gonna murk the league. But
I think she's gonna go to political
I think
route,
that
man,
she might not have to play no more because just imagine the bag she about to get for that first interview. Like it's gonna be a bidding war for her first interview.
Yeah.
She about to secure. I mean, speaking from an aspect of WNBA players are underpaid, we always talk about how grossly underpaid they are compared to their NBA counterparts.
Let's do
that.
She gonna do Oprah.
Look, she's gonna get at least a $10 million bag to do that first interview.
We got another question. What station you think gonna have that interview? Or what show or
60
station?
minutes.
60 minutes, bro.
Ah, yeah.
If she don't
I
do,
took
if
my
she don't-
answer.
if she
I
don't
didn't say Oprah. Like I'm gonna say 60
if
minutes.
she don't do Oprah or
It's either gonna be-
what's the lady?
What's gonna be the
Gail-
first one?
Gail,
She gonna be on more than one.
Gail King.
It's gonna be a tour.
She might.
You
That's
know,
what I'm saying. You
Gail,
might be
if
right.
if she don't do Gail King, you remember how Gail
don't want her
King
to
got
do
in
Gail.
R.
It
Kelly?
might be the
I don't
Today
want her to
Show.
do Gail.
You know,
might be the
Gail
Today
King
Show.
got in
I
R.
know.
Kelly.
I know.
You know coming and
She should have got into Megan Thee Stallion some more, but we ain't gonna talk about
we ain't
it.
gonna talk about that. Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that. But you know,
Be
you want that.
selective,
You
Gail.
want that African American
Oh, hey.
check in.
You know what'll be dope though?
If she keep it all the way blid at.
You know what'll be dope?
What's up?
If the first one is a podcast.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
it's certain like Barstool Sports, like it's
Diana
certain
Taurasi
Joe
and,
Rogan. It's
and
certain
them guys.
podcasts that can throw that bag at her now.
Yeah,
But I
$1 million
think like
worth of game.
CNN,
Oh yeah,
60
they got the
Minutes
biggest
or
bag for sure.
$1 million worth
somebody
of game.
they'll
They'll
throw.
But
the
she
biggest
might be
bag
on
away.
some like I want to keep it.
Yeah,
you know.
nah.
Yeah.
That
I don't
made,
think she
that
wanna
made
make
sure
her
that-
work.
keep
her
it
work.
what?
Keep it 100.
Keep it. No, nah, you want to
What
say
I said?
100 G?
What I said?
You just say keep it funky about 100 times.
Keep it funky. Oh yeah, that's what I said. My bad. You making me.
I don't think the
second-guess
interview
myself.
coming this year though. I think it ain't gonna come to the top of January.
Yeah, it ain't. Yeah,
I think she just
definitely.
want to really
get with her wife.
relax
man.
with her family.
Her wife.
Perfect timing too.
Yeah,
Christmas holiday.
Perfect
So
timing.
her wife has been everywhere advocating for her all over the place.
Yes.
And it was
I
dope.
want-
She was at the White House when everything happened.
But she got to take like 20 shots. She's got to be on quarantine for like 2 weeks.
Probably
Nobody
doing,
can see her.
mental health check.
Mental health check in. They got to
Probably
make sure
talking
they
to some
didn't like
therapists.
hypnotize her or nothing like that and rush her and make her like turn into a spot. Like they got to do all of that stuff. That's serious.
She about to get ready for a fight.
Seriously, they have to do all of that stuff, man. And the thing is, I'm pretty sure mentally and physically she's not fully aware. It's probably cool as hell that she home, but it's a lot that she got to go through, man. So, but big shouts out to Brittany Griner. We can't wait for you to get back to being not back to being your old self, but whoever you are that you are now, we're gonna celebrate that. So, big shouts out to Brittany Griner. You know what I'm saying? Put a 1 in the chat for Brittany Griner right now because we're gonna support that for sure. And we're gonna move on to something I like to talk about from time to time. We're gonna talk about a little bit of combat sports, baby. Cause we go where they don't go. If you don't know. All right. So we're gonna talk about boxing. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, you know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. If don't nobody like a good boxing match, it's me. All right. I'm telling you right now, okay? We've been kind of poking at it here and there from time to time. So we're gonna throw it in there. This past weekend, my man Bud, that's right, Terrence Bud Crawford, got the TKO over David Avanesyan in the 6th round. Okay, now
to the right of them.
that's right,
To the left of them.
that's right,
In front of them.
that's right.
Solid.
And thunder, straight up and down, like it was a whole match in which, of course, Bud Crawford once again put up his title to his WBO welterweight title to basically say, look, I'm not afraid of nobody. I'm going to fight whoever it is, wherever it is. It don't matter. Bring on Errol Spence. But Errol Spence and, you know what I'm saying, the commission that he's under with, of course, is his manager is Paul Heyman. We'll get into that shortly. They could not reach an agreement. So Bud Crawford went ahead and fought David Avanesyan and put him down in the 6th round TKO. It was another, you know, pretty much a Bud Crawford fight, man. I mean, you know, a lot of exchanges, a lot of quick exchanges. You know what I'm saying? Bud Crawford's always in and out, but once he realizes that you can feel his power from that right hand, he catches you with that jab, and then okay, your headshots are taking you out. Period. There's nothing else that you can do once Bud Crawford starts putting them hands on you. And it was a wrap. And I want to say that this is supposed to be the lead up to what will one day be like a clash of the Titans for smaller fighters. So the thing is, unfortunately, Errol Spence just had another car accident. What? I don't know how Errol Spence is either driving or somebody's driving for him, and cars are just running into him. Errol Spence, if y'all don't know, is the WBA, WBC, IBF title holder right now for the welterweight. He had another car accident. This time, it was with a 14-year-old underage driver who ran a red light, and he was telling himself that he could see the car trying to get through the light. He knew the boy was going to run the light, and he still made the turn anyway. So we may never get the fight we wanted to happen in June or July, which of course, fighters take 6 months to get themselves together. But Bud Crawford is like, when you get the fight that Bud Crawford had, you train 6 months to fight 25 minutes, basically. He was ready. He's ready to fight now. But of course, in the middle of the press conference, I don't know if you guys got a chance to see it, Bud Crawford, being a gentleman and a scholar, he got the information about Errol Spence's car accident right there on site at the press conference, the post-fight press conference, and he wishes him well. So we're looking forward to that to be happening soon. One day, Paul Heyman will get that together. I don't know. I can't say Paul Heyman out loud too many times because Paul Heyman got eyes everywhere. But big shouts out to Paul Heyman. Let's get that together, man. You got the money. We got the fighters. Sometimes the fighters don't fight the best fighters. The best fights don't happen. But we need to make sure that these fights happen because we don't want to see Bud Crawford and Errol Spence when they're 45. Okay. Anyway, going on, we got Tyson Fury. He stops Derek Chisora last week. And of course, if y'all know, Tyson Fury is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world right now. And the big thing going on is basically what's next for the Gypsy King. And it's crazy because in reality, Tyson Fury has been the champion for going on maybe 2 or 3 years now, and he's experiencing some of the woes of being champ. I don't know if y'all know anything, but Brett Okamoto and Ariel Helwani are two of the most noted interviewers for anything combat sports. Just recently, Tyson Fury went on and had a conversation with Ariel Helwani and basically let loose a litany of feelings that fans and his families are concerned for because he said they never wanted to be the champ. He said with this comes everything that you want and everything you don't want. He can't go eat a decent steak in public. He can't go out. He can't go anywhere. Everywhere he goes, he's being pestered by people. And in my opinion, everybody's not made for that. Everybody's not made to be in the spotlight. Everybody can't stand, being a champ. And then, in America, the heavyweight champ is looked at upon like with a lot of huge admiration. But, where he's from in England, man, he's almost like a regular guy. But, he's not used to it. If you don't know anything about the Gypsy King, he went through a huge bout with depression and substance abuse and came on the other side and then, fought, Deontay Wilder 3 times and beat him twice.
Lost the first one.
You know what I'm saying?
Talking about a draw.
But, his claim to fame was beating Vladimir Klitschko because nobody thought Vladimir Klitschko could get beat. And Vladimir Klitschko, shout out to him right now, is fighting for his native country against the Russians. You know what I mean? So life can change within, seconds in a boxing ring. And pretty much after he beat Klitschko, his life changed forever. And he's feeling the weight of the world on his shoulders. And I think, if anybody can do it or explain how to get through it, it's Mike Tyson. And Mike Tyson should talk with the Gypsy King. And Mike Tyson got a podcast. Mike Tyson's, smoke a joint with you, tell you about his experiences being the heavyweight champ, losing it all, having it all, and then tell you how he went through it. I really think that they should talk to one another because if anybody could understand how to get through having that type of pressure on you daily, even when you're not fighting, but having technically everything in the world, Mike Tyson can. and I'm looking forward to the day that somebody puts that together, because I trust me, I love the sport of boxing, and the sport of boxing has done so much for the American people, but it's losing its grasp on the American public because the UFC has taken its place. But the heavyweight champion is still a prestigious belt to have, and right now Tyson Fury has it. So I'm hoping that he comes out on the back end.
Definitely is. Tank Garcia, let's get that fight going, baby.
Listen,
just some mega fights that gotta happen.
It's some mega fights. It's
back to the top, but it just gotta make the fights we really want to see.
Listen,
happen.
when you got
wait 2, 3, 4 years from now.
When you got 4 different commissions and 17 weight classes and 12 people over it, 13, and neither one of them can agree with the other. It's hard to do, man. Sometimes the best fighters don't fight. Sometimes the best fighters take the best fights, but not the best fighters. And I've heard that for a really long time. So, right now, like we talking about Errol Spence and Bud Crawford, needs to happen. Ryan Garcia and Tank needs to happen. You know what I'm saying? Back when it was supposed to happen, we needed to see Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua. That needed to happen. Tyson Fury,
Joshua scared to fight anybody.
Yeah, not Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury messed all of that up. But when it was what it was, it is what it is. But I'm looking forward to that change and going forward. Don't forget about that UFC now. UFC Dana White announced that after Jan Blachowicz and I can't remember my man's name. It's crazy. Magomed Ankalaev, right? They fought to a draw in the main event. I watched it on my phone. I could have went to sleep. I didn't die. I could have went to sleep for that. So the basically the light heavyweight championship belt is still being vacated. It's still empty. And basically we said Dana White announced that the light heavyweight championship belt is still up for grabs. They're going to have a fight in Brazil in I think February, and we have to see who really signs the contract because it's still undecided as for now who we're going to go up for. But Jan Blachowicz also, a one-time champion. Yeah, he put on a good fight, but he didn't do nothing to win the fight. You know what I mean? Because this is what you want to do in the UFC. You want to keep it out of the judges' hands. Period. Long story short. Anyway, big shouts out to the other winners, man. Patty Pimblett, man, Big Patty. We love Patty out here in the streets. And then Santiago Bibio. That was a good one too. All right. And then the youngest UFC fighter to ever win also won over the weekend as well. 17-year-old. I can't remember. I can't find it. I had it up here. But yeah, I will come back with that. But yeah, he won that match. The boy said
it was so fun. His post game interview. I mean, his post fight interview was so hilarious.
Yeah, bro. But it's
give him that bag. What his name is?
Dana White.
Dana White. Give him that man that bag.
Yeah, listen.
Dana White, you was grossly underpaying these guys.
Yeah. They don't have really good insurance. He's grossly underpaying them. Dana White is getting billions of dollars when they go to Dubai. Trust me. Believe what I'm saying. Hey Jay, is it about that time?
I think it's about that time, man.
Might as well, bro. Tell us, man. What's that about?
Well, I kind of, pulled from this day in sports history when something kind of, I guess somebody was ducking somebody, man.
I don't know.
You ever duck somebody you just didn't want to
see him?
Didn't want to see out there in the streets.
Wow.
Riddick Bowe. That would be him. He dodged.
Lennox Lewis?
Mr. the pugilist. He's a pugilist.
What? That's basically
he dodged
a professional pugilist, bro.
But infamously, Riddick Bowe threw the belt in the trash can.
Wow.
BC heavyweight belt. Refusing to basically fight Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis was then awarded the title. And he basically,
he held it down.
Had this little run. Everybody was basically, it was a tournament. We had Ruddock, Lennox Lewis, Riddick Bowe. We had Ranger Ruddock, Lennox Lewis. Oh, and Evander.
Holyfield.
And I think Rock Newman was trying to, they had a little flirted with it a little bit. And they wanted to do a tournament. Basically led into 1993 when determining the winner, and when it came down to after Ruddock losing to I think Lennox, I would recall Riddick Bowe was like, nah, I'm done. And they also fought in '88 in the Olympics, so they had some history. And I guess Riddick didn't want those problems.
No, man.
So that again, just a reminder of this day in sports history when he infamously threw his belt in the trash because he did not want to fight Lennox Lewis.
Now, I'm gonna keep it funky too
Walked
about
out.
this. I gotta tell y'all, man. As somebody who's watched boxing a long time ago, it wasn't nothing like fighting a Lennox Lewis fight because he would jab the mess out your eye. Your eye was pummeled by the time you got finished fighting Lennox Lewis because that left jab with that long reach and that English but Jamaican accent. Come on, mate, I get you right there, mate. You can't get that's how Lennox Lewis used to talk to them boys. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, if someone kind of shafted you out a $32 million payday, I think that's what the type of picture would look like right there. The picture would look like that, me standing next to you like, yo, just take this picture and hurry up, man.
Right, go ahead and get out of here, bro.
Jab this dude.
Right.
Because, $32 million, they were both set to get paid, and Riddick was like, I'm not doing it.
And probably even bigger purse for the winner, so.
Look at that guy on the left. Does that guy on the left look like he's happy to be?
Not at all.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, well, on the right or the left. But, Lennox Lewis over there in the blue suit, basically. Like
after he cut the dreads off.
Take the picture, get him away from me.
Right.
I could have $32 million.
Could have had $32 more million dollars.
Please. But that's it.
That's what's up, man. Appreciate that, Jay. What we got on celebrity birthday check, man?
Celebrity birthday.
Hey,
we just got 3, man. We got Offset, your boy Kyle Shanahan, and DK Metcalf.
Man. Hey, baby Beast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to DK Metcalf. Shout out to you know what I'm saying, my man right here, Offset out here. RIP Takeoff, man.
Matter of fact, they about to go against each other this week, right?
Mama.
Kyle and DK.
The DK.
Yeah, see out that Thursday night.
Yeah.
Big Thursday night game.
That
DK
great
implications.
number 1 defense.
DK Metcalf is out here deboing on small DBs, man. He's
Sure.
just
Speaking of Debo, man, let me be quiet.
Whatever.
No, I don't want to mess up this content here. So I'm going to leave it alone.
So we going to last thoughts.
Yeah.
All right, man. Let's go to last thoughts, man. You know what I'm saying? Coach Joy, what you got?
World Cup action, man. Unfortunately, USA got eliminated. But I'm interested in seeing, the rest of the World Cup, how it's going to play out.
Argentina, baby.
Biggest
Messi.
competition
It's getting
worldwide.
Messy.
And
Kaká,
while we're talking
what's
about the World
happening?
Cup, the next location is going to be the North America.
The A?
It's going to be like 8 different cities.
Wow.
But I've seen Dallas being the location that's going to be in. Dallas is making $250 million, north of $250 million renovations to the AT&T Stadium.
Wow.
To get prepared to host the World Cup.
What else can you do to that stadium?
Which, may I add, shout out to Arthur Blank, owner of the Atlanta Falcons, for specifically building that dome to be suitable for World Cup.
Yes, Atlanta's a location as well.
Play.
So yeah, I'm going to be either in Atlanta or Houston. Listen to the World Cup powers that be. Atlanta or Houston locations. You better send Brazil there. We need those Brazilian ladies in Atlanta.
Argentinian ladies
traveling. Okay, we want Argentinian ladies. If Colombia happens to make it, you get those Colombians to Atlanta too. Okay,
there's other stuff. There's other stuff from Colombia that's probably gonna come with them.
And then a couple of my African nations. On Cameroon, you get those. We just want to see
Nigeria.
The most beautiful ladies gets put in from those countries.
Yeah,
send them to Atlanta and Houston. Okay,
there we go.
That's all we asking for.
That's all we asking for, baby. And I think we asking for enough. Let's see. My last thought, it's going down in your town. That's right.
What's going down?
I don't know. I thought that'd be cool to say. I don't know.
My last thought is we're going to win against the Cowboys just like we won against the what was the game when the man was in the Speedos?
The
Ravens game.
The Ravens game.
I think we're going to win the same way, game-winning kick.
Hey, look, it's a trap game. Y'all got a good chance.
Yeah.
And y'all home.
Right talk.
Yeah.
What I'm talking about. Jay, what you got?
Nothing, man. Great show. It's been a great, a crazy week of sports. Couple weeks of sports, man. And again, RIP Mike Leach.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. And
if that
Paul Silas.
don't work,
Paul
he'll
Silas as
get
well,
leech.
yes.
Preach.
I just used to love, man, just the candid moments, man. I used to hear from Mike Leach and the things he used to say, man, especially about the candy corn and
I just
getting married.
I saw that video that he put out. Well, not the video they put out when he did the interview, and he told about him setting the Texas football team up with a fake play sheet, and
Right.
they did like a whole half of football that wasn't really meant to be played, and they basically let him put up 36 points.
Yeah, he definitely a proof of point, and a lot of people don't realize he used to be a lawyer. He was a lawyer, and as far as the air raid offense, he had players like McMahon, Steve Young.
Mm-hmm.
He actually was a graduate assistant, just sitting in. He had no title. Matter of fact, I don't even think he was a graduate assistant. He was just with the coaching staff.
Yeah, he was out here just there,
Just watching film. And there's the air raid.
check him out, man. Revolution.
Hey, and I wonder who's going to take that vacancy, man. That's a big job.
Revolution
job.
Right, yeah, revolutionary for now. The interim coach is going to be mostly from the inside of the staff. I'm consuming because they haven't named somebody yet, but that's gonna be one of those titles. One of those titles we got to look for over the weekend. And then once again, man, make sure you like, share, subscribe to the Rec Room Podcast. We do this once a week, baby, and we're gonna be back again next week. So make sure you tune in. All right, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. We're gonna be back again. I promise you. All right. Yeah. Hey, that's all we do, man. I think that's it, man. It's the show, man. Like I said, like, share, subscribe to Rec Room Podcast. Your boy K Witt, Coach Joey, Mac O'Milly. Hey, Jay on the MIC. Your boy T Sweat, man. We out the door, baby. Peace, baby. Peace.